do the thing, please. They're going to work this week. It looks like it's working this week. Yay. Okay. So, welcome back. Welcome back to GotM, uh, episode 50.
Do you need me to mute? Is my shit too loud?
You're
Or background stuff
fine.
too loud?
You're fine. I'm just
Okay, just
being
let me know.
weird. Wait, there's two. Oh, there's two scorpions?
There's three. Ah,
Seriously? Oh my gosh. Alright, so what happened last time? Um, they were fighting a lightning elemental. That is where the YouTube left off. And then my computer decided to be stupid and not work last week. Um, so now, this is what happened. They were fighting the lightning monster, the lightning elemental, when it, Misai, and Idru were dragged into a void that appeared behind the lightning elemental and disappeared. Varn, Kopak, and Najma uh, stood around in shock for a couple seconds and then got the rest of the survivors out of the building, um, talked to the people who were there, made sure the rescue process was going okay. Specialist squad went in to try to help everything. And then they returned to the palace to tell the guards about, specifically Gaspard, about what happened um, and the disconcerting nature of this gash in reality that had appeared. They went back to the palace. Gaspard was summoned, came to meet them, and he promised to help people. He then said that um, this is something that should be brought to the attention of the head of security and sent a message to Yves, who met them at the palace proper. Um, and they discussed how sort of what they saw at the portal at this gash in reality, what had happened, and their concerns about how it had happened, because it would take, as they realized, a very, very powerful entity to be able to do something like that. Idru, in the meantime, uh, was as he disappeared into this portal. He kind of floated in space for who knows how long in darkness, and then he suddenly appeared in front of a spider sort of queen on a throne. Um, she, I totally forgot what happened in this conversation. So, Iju, if you remember what happened in this conversation, um,
uh, like vaguely. She asked me about myself, and then said that I could be a good lackey, and I don't remember what I said, but it tickled her, and she sent me back. It was a
okay,
very short interaction.
yes, it was a very short interaction. Um, so she sent Iju back after that short interaction, and he joined up with the rest of the party. I forget if you were there for when Yves was talking to them. I don't believe you were. Um,
I was not.
uh, Yves asked them about the void, and then further asked them about sort of if they had any suggestions for people who would be good, if they knew anybody, as they were getting ready to prepare the ballots and sort of told the rest of the world what was going on, the rest of the country. They were awarded 400 gold for dealing with the lightning elemental, and uh, after that, they went to the library to do research, and they all researched their own specific things. Um,
That's when we saw Idru.
yeah, okay. That's when that's right. Iju snuck up and was um, basically scared the living daylights out of people. Um,
Easy.
and I think that's where we left off. Did you guys exit the library or were you still in the library?
To be completely honest,
We
I
went
think we
home.
all went home and
Yeah.
then was discussing something about finding Misai, and then that's where we cut it. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because that's when we also got our gold.
Okay.
Yeah, give it home, I think.
That sounds about right. So you guys each now have 500 more gold. Also, out of game, I did chores, which means that you guys get the healing potions because I can't adult, so you guys get rewarded when I adult. So you get 1d healing potion, 1d4 plus 3. It also means that you guys should remind me to adult.
Please
I was
adult.
about to say, I will come over there and make you adult. We get free cool shit in game.
There you go. So
Oh no, that sounds kind of sus there, Itachi.
Don't worry, if you had to too, I would.
Okay, well, whatever. Ignoring you guys for now. And so yeah, you guys.
What do you mean we have to make sure you adult? What did you not do? I'm not following this at all.
She
Oh,
probably didn't clean up, so when she cleaned up, she like quote
Yeah.
unquote found these magic potions and then gave them to us.
No. Basically, I suck at doing any adulting thing, like remembering to eat, remembering to take medication. I need to take my medication. Remembering to. I'm pretty good about feeding Muad'Dib because ow.
Well, if you feed him, feed yourself.
Feeding him is
No, I
much
get that.
easier.
I get that.
Okay, get yourself
when you have
munchies
to
and
take
feed.
care of when you
I
have to
just
take
have
care
to-
of something else, it's a responsibility.
Yeah.
Responsibilities are easy to take care of because not doing it causes stress
Yes.
and guilt.
Yes.
But taking care of yourself, you
It's
just
too
let
much
it go.
effort. It's too much energy. So,
Oh
Like
my
I forgive myself.
God, fuck, dude. I just don't forgive.
My dog wouldn't forgive me if I didn't feed her.
Actually, he would because there's a joke. There's a joke for that that a couple of us at work go through.
Anyway, I cleaned, and kind of, it's still cleaning. I cleaned, and you guys are rewarded for it. So,
I'm be honest,
Blech.
I'm not so hot.
Medication is gross. All right. You guys have a long rest. Kopak, roll for your thing.
You roll for it.
Never mind.
Somebody roll for it.
I can roll medication across the table. Does that count?
Sure, if you write numbers on it.
You've got a 3.
3 is rocket punch.
Mm-hmm.
I've still never gotten the 2.
Who is going to be the first one to wake up?
Sure. I probably would.
We should roll for initiative for it.
Actually, that sounds funny. I like that idea.
Idru, what time do you wake up?
Like probably right before the crack of dawn.
So like 5, 4.
Yeah, about 5. 4:30. Let's go with 4:30.
4:30. Okay. You are awake before the maids are even at the house. They come at 5.
Oh, dope.
So you have the house to yourself for at least half an hour.
Cool. I will lock my door and then play with my pseudo dragon for 30 minutes until I hear somebody wake
Is
up
that
or
what
come
they
in the
call
house.
it nowadays?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez,
you gotta play with your dragon, bro. You don't know?
Okay.
Playing with murders.
You know, I feed him, I pet him, we play hide and seek. You know,
Okay.
Just a cat in dragon form.
pretty much.
Who is next to wake up? Anyone wakes up at 5? Okay. Anyone wakes up at 5:30? The maids come in at about 5:15 today. No. Anyone wakes up at 6?
I'd probably be up by 6.
Okay. Good. So, Idru, you've been awake for about an hour and a half. You're free to head downstairs whenever you want. Kopak as well. But there is a knock at the front door at about 6 o'clock.
I will use mask to many faces to look like myself, and I will go to the door and ask, "Who is it?"
Person replies on the other side, "Messenger, a letter from the what do you call it? The captain of security."
I open the door.
There's an elf. He hands you a letter, and he has an insignia that shows that he is a letter carrier, and he walks away. He has a bag of other deliveries to do.
Cool. All right. I take the letter. I shut the door, and then I use thaumaturgy to make my voice super loud, and I give everybody a wake-up call. We got a letter. Someone needs to come look at this, because I'm going to do unspeakable things with this thing.
I'm already walking down the stairs by this point.
Poor Snake.
Varin and Varin and Najma get woken up by Idru's shout. Roll me a dex save.
Do both of us need to roll a dex
Yes,
save?
roll a dex save.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Out
and
of
save
bed.
me for rolling out of the bed.
Seconds
Yes,
here.
precisely.
I do it. I
Any-
do it.
Any modifiers or just?
It's a save. It's a save. Dex save.
Okay. So okay. Sorry. Third dex and yeah, I got a 3.
Oh dear. Okay. Rogue. What'd you get, Rogue?
I like how he's Varin sometimes, Rogue sometimes.
I've never been called Rogue once. I was totally wondering who the fuck Rogue was, honestly.
You
never called
are
you that,
a
Rogue.
rogue. What do you mean?
You're the only rogue in the parties.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
because I shut down 3 other people to be rogue because you were the first one to ask. Actually, you were the second one to ask, but Dead already had another idea.
Okay.
I have a bunch of ideas.
Too many.
Can I just honestly, my character would not be awake enough to do anything.
Do you want to?
Oh, he just takes a fail. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what floor
That's
are you
game character.
on? Okay, what floor are you guys on? Varn and me say second or third?
I'm pretty sure I'm as high up as I could go.
Okay, so you're on third
I
floor.
do not remember.
You mean Najma, not Miss A?
Najma, what floor are you on?
What floor am I on?
Second or third? Yeah.
Oh god, I can't remember exactly, but it might have been second.
Okay. So Varn is the only one on the third floor because Misai, I think Idru, Kopak, and Najma are on the second floor.
Why is Itachi screaming?
So here's how this happens.
We got a letter.
Idru kind of uses thaumaturgy to shout at you guys saying, "Hey, we got a letter." Varin, you start awake. You're used to being sort of military encampments. You are used to being startled awake. So you wake up, you are tangled in your sheets, and you basically mummy yourself as you flip and flail and fall on the ground with a big bang. Najma, you heard the wake up call and you kind of went, eh. And then all of a sudden above you, you hear boom, and you are wide awake. Straight up startled, absolutely terrified. It takes your brain a second to catch up what's going on. Also, the chicken and any other animals that Misai has collected in her room are now going. Rah, rah, rah.
Oh no.
Arn takes 13 fall damage and 6
God
electric
fucking
damage.
damn it. You sure the floor doesn't electrocute me?
I
No,
didn't
that was
tell
your
you to
speech.
take damage, actually. So, you're welcome. I can tell you to take damage if you really want.
No, but
You-
honest question, does Najma hear me scream fuck
Oh
after
yes.
hitting the floor?
Oh yes.
Wait, do I hear that all the way downstairs?
He's on the third floor, so probably not.
Oh, that would have been funny, because that would have been a loud ass fuck.
I mean, if you want to, if Barin wants to say that you heard him, then yes, but that's up to you guys.
I do not care, and he did not hear me if he was not using some sort of spell. That's
He's
too
already
much
using a
for me.
spell. Yeah. All right. So you guys are all awake. There is now a very alarmed chicken and I don't think and a squirrel that are in Misai's room that are making noises. Just like that.
I wish you guys were here. I bought fancy donuts, and there's too much.
Ooh, donuts.
Fancy donuts.
I mean, Idri, you do technically live in the same state, so
Time to take a drive. All right, I'll be in Discord while in the car.
it's what, like
Oreos?
5 hours away?
Hey, that's doable. I'll
Listen,
just
do
come
you
over to
like
work tonight.
Oreos?
Hell yeah!
So what this donut is basically a Boston cream, but the cream inside is Oreo cream with Oreo icing on top and crumbles all over it.
Oh, it's a cookies and cream donut.
That sounds amazing.
It does.
It's not as good as the cinnamon toast crunch that had actual toast crunch
I like
breakfast
how I'll get a second
bar
breath.
inside of it. It was so good.
Bastard.
All
I
right.
ate that. My
I want
brother's
to go
like,
to
"You're
Voodoo
not eating
Donuts.
these
So,
anymore."
since y'all are making me hungry, I'm gonna take away this.
Like you should eat something.
I did eat breakfast.
What did you eat?
2 pieces of toast, sausage and eggs, and tea.
Okay.
Did the toast
You
have
actually ate.
butter
Okay.
on it?
I was
A little bit.
expecting her to say like 2 pieces of
Okay.
toast or like a piece of toast and like some tea. That's what I was expecting. So I was like, you didn't eat, but no, she ate.
I
Is
ate.
she British?
Good.
Beans on
Good job,
toast.
Kristen.
No. I did have beans in the fridge, actually. Now that I remember.
Gross.
Anyway, you guys kind of tromp downstairs after being to be startled awake. Does anyone help the animals that are in Misai's room that are making a
got-
racket?
I'm going to send my pseudo dragon to her room and see if it can calm them down.
I've got
Uh,
the chicken.
Make an animal handling check with disadvantage because it's a
Me?
dragon and it's a chicken. No, Idris, what are you doing? Ruby?
I was gonna get the chicken.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. So you, I'm gonna still have Idris make an animal handling check, and then you're going to
19.
19. It manages to calm down the squirrel. Squirrel's
You
not
sound
scared of
far
it.
away.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking damn it, motherfucker! Oh.
I rolled a nat 22. That would have been the best animal handling check of my life.
Ruby, what did you get?
So, if anyone's wondering why I'm cursing a lot, there's a huge knot in my back, and it's basically pushing my hip out of place.
Oh,
So, venous pain.
that's
Oh, you
not
should get
fun.
that massaged out.
Yeah, that costs money.
Yes.
Yeah. Plane
I
tickets
got
are expensive.
12.
Go to 12. Okay. Because you are not a prey animal, and you have held this chicken before, you managed to, between the pseudo dragon and Varn, you guys managed to calm down both animals.
I do the chicken thing where I tuck its head under its wing and it calms the fuck down.
Okay, it is calmed.
Now I just have a chicken.
How many animals does she have?
Just the 2.
Okay.
She has a starter a farmer starter kit up there.
Well,
We just need to
squirrel
get a
is
pony and a cow.
a squirrel is her basically heard from
If I
earlier.
throw this egg at Edrew, will a chick fall out?
No, it is not.
Not
Peter.
Minecraft.
That's not how this works.
We
Um,
never know until we try, Edrew.
I will witch bolt you, I promise.
Okay,
Joke's
so
love
on you. I
electricity.
don't even believe in witches.
I cast witch bolt at 3rd level.
you can't even see him unless you're doing it through your pseudo dragon. Anyway,
Bastard.
what are y'all doing? Are you guys congregating downstairs? Breakfast is almost ready.
I'm already
I walk through
downstairs.
the door
I'm
with a
gonna
chicken and
look
I
over the shoulder
scream,
of our maids.
Who the actual fuck thought it was okay to wake us up like that?
Thaumaturgy and be like, I have no idea who the hell did that, but now I'm awake and this is very, very uncomfortable.
Did you cancel thaumaturgy, or are you still using it? Is what you
I'm
said.
still using it. I'm still gonna use it.
So you hear Idru's voice booming through the house as he says this.
I throw the chicken at him.
I am downstairs. You're up in his
No, he
room.
said
I
he walked
already stated I
downstairs.
came downstairs.
With the chicken?
Yes,
Yes.
he said that. So you get a chicken thrown at you, Idru. It flies in your face, and yes.
I'm gonna catch it.
roll an athletics with disadvantage.
Oh, this might be bad.
It's a chicken.
11 plus. Oh, cool. 10. So -1.
You somehow managed to kind of grab it, but it's you grab it very badly, and it knocks its wing against your face, and you kind of grab it by sort of what would be considered its armpits. And so its wings are free, its talons are free, and its beak is free, and it's starting to use those against you.
Use
Think
peck
that's
attack.
Bruh,
much.
it's not a Pidgey. Calm down.
Use pocket sand.
I cast friends on the chicken
Okay.
while it's doing that.
The chicken calms down and is now your friend.
I use help to
I sit it
assist the
on my
chicken
head.
in fighting the spell, resisting the spell.
You cast what?
I use help to assist the chicken in resisting Edru's spell.
Okay, what is help and what does it do?
The help action.
Help action.
Oh, action.
It just
Okay.
gives the chicken advantage on whatever it's trying to do.
The
Why are
chicken's
you
not
trying to make this
resisting.
chicken roll against me? What is
No, chicken! Why have you failed me?
Okay, so Idru now has an
Anywho.
armful of chicken and an armful of chicken and has a letter in. He dropped the letter when he was grabbing the chicken. So now
I'm
it's
going
just
to take the chicken from him.
I smack the letter towards Kopak with my tail. Say, hey, this is what came in the mail.
Give me the chicken.
A little pinchy nose and pick it up with my trunk.
By the way,
Okay.
the chicken's name is now Pidgey. I don't remember what we called it before, but it's Pidgey now.
I don't, to be honest, I don't remember if we named it. Unless
You
she
didn't
did.
name it. No.
Misa probably named it.
We're
She probably
naming
went
it
to her
Pidgey.
room and named it.
Does anyone have any qualms against naming the chicken Pidgey?
I already
Chicken is
wrote it
chicken.
in NPC,
I was
so
about to
its
say,
name
it
is
is canon
Pidgey.
now. I was like, it's canon now.
God, I'm gonna cry my eyes out when Pidgey dies.
I'm gonna shit a brick when it evolves into a Pidgeotto. That's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be a big ass chicken.
A turn into a basilisk or what?
Well,
There you go.
Pidgeot.
technically the only chicken Pokemon is Ho-Oh.
I thought it was Torchic.
Oh, you're right. Torchic too.
Anywho,
Sure.
what what are we doing about this letter? I'm gonna sit the chicken down and then go like stand over the maids like in a respectful like distance and be like, "What you making?" while they look at the letter.
I'll read through the letter.
Okay, so the letter says, to the visitors from other countries who call themselves Kopak, Idru, Najma, and Varin. As you are aware, we are trying to create a council of sorts that include all of the different castes and colors, as per your suggestion and the queen's and goddesses' guidance. We have met resistance with uh, people of all castes. While we can manage the upper castes, you are the most familiar with the lower castes as you were hired, Varn, by them to help in this resistance. If you would like to continue this plan of yours in aiding our country, please attempt to convince your friends that we are doing this for their sake. In the light of Adriana Yves. That's the letter.
So we're riot cops now. Or do we just have to have a town meeting and be like, hey, shit's changing. Get over it.
I agree with the latter. So, Varn, what should we do with this information since these are your people?
I was I was reading this medications instructions. I wasn't listening. What the letter say?
Oh my
Queens are gonna deal with
gosh.
the queens are gonna deal with the upper. We're in charge of the lower since you were hired by the lower during the resistance bullshit.
Yes.
The uppers and lowers? What?
The
Okay,
upper
so
caste, they're gonna deal with like trying to get the new thing integrated that was suggested. We have to then like get everybody on the lower half of the spectrum to also cope with Fed changes.
because apparently both the upper and
Okay.
lower class are throwing a hissy fit that we're trying to implement this new system.
Right, because people are resistant to change even if it's beneficial for them.
Yes, welcome to people.
Yeah, okay.
Guess I'm making this very realistic. You're welcome.
Real world problems.
Woo. You just have magic to deal with it. You're welcome.
Cast
To be
silence
Just
on
fair, it
you can
has
entire
just
more
Avada
population.
Kedavra
problems than
people.
it fixes.
I cast the infinite Tsukiyomi on everyone.
Oh my.
Perfect.
It's a 10th level spell.
I'll write up
It would be.
I'll write up a plan, but you're gonna have to give me like 20 minutes.
Well, you
Brian says
well,
he's gonna research stuff and he heads off to the library.
Is he going to eat food
Before
that is being
breakfast?
prepared?
Huh?
Is he going to
before
eat?
breakfast. Breakfast ain't done yet.
Listen,
Also, is the library even open yet? It's
there
6
are
in the
things
morning.
I have to do. Eating comes afterwards. Unless the library isn't open, someone tell me now.
Shit, I didn't look at
Don't
the
we know when
hours.
the library opens?
Kopak, roll a history check.
13?
You remember that it closes at about 7:30. because that's about when you were told to leave a while ago. But you don't quite remember seeing when it opened, but you know that it's not quite this early that it opened.
Alright, I'll eat breakfast then.
So far in that, yeah, I don't think it's open yet. Probably won't be till like 7 or 8,
Probably.
maybe.
Unless it's Sunday.
It doesn't matter to
It's not
them.
the post. It's not the post office.
And it is also not the same
It's not a public library.
delegation. It's not the same delegation of days and months and years as
Listen.
our world.
I've lived in America all my life. I know one thing. And everything is based on Christianity.
Precisely. And this world does
Because
not have
there's
Christianity.
nothing else. Quote unquote.
And you live in
Abraham
Florida.
Lincoln.
All right.
Also, this pain medication makes me drowsy, so
I get that.
Drowsy monk or drowsy rogue. If it was a
Well,
drowsy
for-
monk, he'd
it
be a drunken fist.
says it can make me drowsy. That's what I was reading.
Okay. You guys have breakfast. You can talk amongst yourselves about how you want to do what you were asked to do. I'm going to grab something for myself to eat and upload the letter onto for you guys to have in records.
So,
BRB.
Mm-hmm.
the
So we
simplest
got
way to get people to accept change is to not change things they see, but change things that make their lives easier. For example, if we change the way the merchant highway works, no one really sees that change anything, but suddenly people are getting more supplies when they need it, less people are working extra hard, more people are making money. When people receive those benefits, they tend to change the things they want to change themselves, like their housing situation, or they open up new stores, or they start dealing in politics. You change people's minds by making life easier so they have the opportunity to change things themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, what changes can we implement that would make the lower classes' lives easier and give them more time to seek the things they want? I think making schooling more available and increasing pay would be a starting point.
Agreed.
Because then they'd have more money and they'd have education, which would let them rise up.
Okay, okay. Not to throw a monkey wrench in your operation, but where's this money for the raises gonna come from?
So,
We destroy the upper class.
not not entirely. Um,
Destroy the I'm so proud of
Tax
you.
the rich more. We tax the rich.
Despite what people think, you can't just tax the rich more. This country is in America. The rich are paying taxes, I'm assuming.
what's in America?
They are paying taxes.
Okay.
Most of them.
So out of context, because I don't have a better way of describing this, the reason we need tax the rich in America is because they're not paying any taxes. It's actually really important that the rich pay some taxes because they're the big money makers, and that's where the government gets most of their funds. Okay? So the rich not paying any taxes is a problem. Making the rich pay more taxes doesn't really change things. You
For the
know,
record,
it's a balancing thing.
How
But
about
for the
tax?
record, this country works more on a socialistic system. So all the people, especially in the lower classes that are working, um, get a stipend of money. But most of the money that is generated, for example, in the power plants, goes to directly to the country and to its funds, and it is then distributed out to where a council of nobles say that it is needed. So this council of color that you guys, or whatever you guys want to call it, that's just what I've been calling it, um, will be essentially replacing the nobles in that function. But they will have, they will be the ones accessing the
Their main
funds and
job
redistributing them.
would be redistribution of funds. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to ease the tax burden on the lower classes?
Yes. The
It's not
simplest.
necessarily a tax. So hear me out. So the people, like the Peacock, who run it, the person at the Peacock, I think their name is Jean, uh, who run their own businesses, um, they are, while they receive money from their own business, they only are allowed to keep, I think, up to 30%. And the rest has to go to the employees and to the employees and to the business itself, and whatever government taxes, and then the small portion of it goes to the government taxes to help maintain that area, specifically that area. So people in the upper classes who have like good businesses, um, they put most of their money into their business, some into their employees, and the rest of it goes straight to that district. People in the lower classes, people, especially those who are like public workers, um, they receive a stipend of sort of the like a job that, for example, the electricity plant, um, the would it creates 500 gold worth of electricity every hour, and so that is divided among the workers, put into the plant, and given to the government to sort of help the area and to also take that public service and direct it to the public. So that, and since most lower class people work public service jobs, they aren't receiving direct benefits because they don't keep a stipend of the percentile because it's they do public service. That make sense?
Yeah. That leaves our best option in a really unpopular space, which would be implementing a simple sales tax, which would just provide money for additional benefits such as schooling, education, or, for example, letting employers pay their employees more because they're receiving a dividend of essentially a sales tax. But no one's going to like that.
Well, as long as they don't see it up front, it shouldn't bother
Exactly.
them, right?
As long as they don't
Um,
see it, we could probably get away with it.
Let me remind you that your job is not to technically task or worry about all of that. It is to convince the people that you have previously worked with that this is a good thing.
In that case, our best focus would be
Flying our
giving
ass
them the
off.
things they don't have. For example, a lot of the lower class, I'm assuming their children aren't receiving the best education
No,
or even have schoolhouses.
they have simple schoolhouses where they are taught trade jobs, and that's it.
Okay,
So
so
they
that
just
would be
have
our
like they just have trade schooling and just like which of course is fine in and of itself, but they don't have stuff like for like math
Mm-mm.
or science and shit
art
like that.
or
No,
music.
so they only
Jesus fucking Christ! They just educate them to become workers and nothing else.
yes.
Yes.
This little cogs in the machine, nothing else. Okay, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So essentially, it's American classes.
Who's this
Welcome to New
Jesus
Mexico.
Christ you speak of?
Oh God.
Which one?
In that case, I think our best plan would be to essentially change the school system so that the lower classes see that their children are going to have better lives than they have had. That is going to be the strongest pushing point because right now the one freedom the lower class have is to have a family. So seeing that their family will have benefits that they never had would be the strongest essentially talking point that we have at the moment. After that, we can show them that they have more opportunities, give them options where they have less work, so they have more time. Essentially, to either spend with their families or go back to school so that they can learn things like art or cooking.
And probably adjust the age for like the trade school shit. Kind of like adjust that, because again, doing going to school for a trade is fine, but again, that's something you do when you're older. So, for example, fucking training you, just that's shitty for the system. That's just been like we're gonna train you to be, I don't know, a fucking plumber from the age of fucking 5 onward.
Um,
No, you need to adjust that to where it's like, oh, you're fucking 18, you want to go to school to learn to become a I don't know, a plumber or something
A
like that. I guess is
really
what I'm trying to say.
good
so
starting point would be sports because it's
wait,
essentially
pause, pause
play.
on that.
No sports
Um,
stuff.
pause. Hey, pause. I will say there are no child workers in this country. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
oh, okay.
They are taught trade. They are apprenticed to watch when they're about 15 or 16, depending on the maturity of their species. But the human equivalent age of 15 or 16. And then when they are um, old enough to sort of make a family for themselves, they are expected to work and receive a work stamp, basically, a work permit. Um, so there are records um, available that show like who has work permits, who is apprenticed, and who is. They don't have records of all the children, but most of the children. Um, so yes, there's that.
Also, I understand a lot of people's issue with sports, especially in this country because of what it's become. But sports do have a place because one, children playing games is very important. Two, it helps with socializing. Three, it's activity. It gets their blood pumping, a lot of chemicals and stuff. There's a whole bunch of other things. Competition is great for improving how the brain thinks. You want be better, therefore you think harder.
Agreed. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, sports in and of themselves aren't bad. Just yeah, we just
We fuck it up in this country.
yeah, we fucked it
Essentially,
up over here.
give children a ball and let them play. They'll figure out their own games.
Mhm.
I mean, some simple catch and pitch race. Just build a fucking playground. It's simple. It's cheap, and it children will. Imagination is powerful as long as it has an avenue to express itself.
Oh, that
You
reminds me.
don't
Parks,
have to force people
more
to
parks, perhaps.
learn.
That reminds me, more parks.
Parks where people can go and relax and make the lower class areas look pretty. Um, Playgrounds for the children so they could become more active and develop more imagination. And let's just add, some elective classes to those trade schools. So we're not changing anything dramatically, but after learning how to, you know, run a factory line, they can go play a trumpet
Mhm.
or they can go paint on a wall. You know, give them another avenue.
Start them young with the recorders.
Again, that's just like the sports thing. You can't just be like, okay, play, enjoy it. Doesn't work like that. But if you put a child in a room with instruments, guess what? They'll play with them. Does anyone have any oppositions or statements against these ideas?
I hear you, but we just need to damage control the lower half, not exactly do the government's work. You keep thinking of governmental work things like, oh, build this, do things for schools. We just got to convince them. We just got to talk.
Yes. I
Not
think
really
there's a
pitch
slight
them ideas, but
misunderstanding.
like we just got to damage control the change.
When I say we have to do things that they don't see, we have to give them things that don't elicit the idea that we're changing their lives.
I understand that, but but you also can't just spread a blatant lie and expect the mass to go with it. So like if you say, oh, they're gonna do things about these parks and schools, and then they don't, then you're gonna make the situation worse.
I mean, but if
So
they
we need to
don't
figure
do
out
those
exactly
things, we
what they're
have a
gonna do
problem
about it,
already.
and then convince the lower half that it's okay to accept these changes. That way, you're not going to the lower masses in a town hall, like town square meeting, preaching a bunch of shit that's not gonna happen, and then when it doesn't happen, they get all pissed.
I see where you're coming from, but again, if the government doesn't implement changes like this, there's a problem already. Because
Well, then you're gonna have
these
to
changes
bring that
have
up
to be
with them.
implemented.
Again, there's probably changes in the works. Like I said, we should go talk to them, figure out what changes, and then go do the damage control half.
I was under the impression we couldn't talk to the government anymore.
Well, if they expect us to be able to do damage control, we're gonna have to figure out what they specifically plan on chasing so we can do the damage control.
I was gonna say we just talked to them yesterday.
Yeah,
Literally.
about the merchant highway mostly to relieve pressure on people and make lives easier so trade
Yes, we
is
made
not
suggestions, but we
over.
don't know what what they plan on taking into action. You said, "Hey, this is a bunch of good shit that will help the lower half."
Okay,
Now, they could have picked and choose one, if any, from that, or they could have made up three completely different ideas, and they're going to implement that.
I
How are you
get
going
what
to
you're
explain that to the
saying,
masses without knowing what
but
they're
this is
going
up
to
to
do?
the DM on how realistic and how much she actually wants us to spend on
Okay.
creating a society.
So,
Well, you were going pretty deep, so I'm just trying to
I know.
reel you back.
like I said, you were asked to sell the idea, and um, yeah, you were asked to sell the idea because there are people who are getting close to rioting, and they know you were hired by some of them to help them, and so and because the upper class can't get close without or have a discussion with them without more riots, um, they are asking you to take care of this for them.
Being kind of like the middleman.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, damage control.
in that case, what they need then are possibilities, ideas, things that they can make choices on and ask the government to do for them. Which would be like the schooling system changes or the merchant highway making increasing minimum wage, stuff like that. We need to feed them these ideas, be like, look, these are the things that can become available to you. Essentially, we're making a commercial, right?
Kind of.
We're trying to
How
sell
I
them.
see it is like we're basically like the mayor, and the people we're choosing are gonna be like the governor, and the main people are gonna be like the Senate. So
Mhm.
we're just trying to control our little area for now to
Yeah,
calm them down.
get them all on the ball so that they feel like everything around them isn't falling apart.
I mean, kind of. All right. I forget how to do. Yeah, so it's gonna be like this. I'm typing out the letter on Discord.
Bro, imagine if we had a meeting to try and talk to people, and they start a riot in the meeting. It'd be full circle.
would have so much fun.
That is certainly a possibility.
Alright, she's gonna kill us with the people we tried to help. Calling it.
Well, it depends how badly you fuck up the meeting.
How badly I fuck up the meeting?
Unless you want Idri to talk, he's a pretty good liar.
I do not want him speaking at all.
Don't have Kopak speak. My charisma
I
is
didn't
dog
plan
shit.
on it.
Yeah, it'd probably be best, if Varun and Kopak probably speak a lot.
If only our bard was here.
If only our bard was here.
Well, who knows?
Our bard
Most
can
of
barely
the
speak
bards
as
do.
is.
That's true.
Who's the bard?
Kaz.
Melody.
Melody.
They might do the bard thing. It's just like we just need a lot more love to everyone.
I was about to say, I didn't think Mimosa was a bard.
So another thing we gotta discuss. Where's Mimosa? How are we gonna find her?
You forget she's
Dead.
kind of occupied in
Definitely
probably
dead.
another dimension.
Like, absolutely dead.
I wish I knew.
Teach Finance's Patreon if he knew
I miss her.
where she might have been taken to. Although I'd probably ask that more in private. That way the maids don't hear about it.
But what sacrifice are we bringing?
Looks at the chicken.
I'm gonna take the chicken up to my room.
I'm not touching the fucking chicken.
So which one's more important, the chicken or Mimosa?
The chicken.
Wow.
I'm gonna take Varn up to my room. Hey, you said the chicken's more important, so we can get rid of you.
Right? I said okay.
Oh my
You know
gosh,
he's gonna
y'all.
kill you now.
Actually, you know what? I want to play this out. I'm gonna take him up to my room, locking the door. Varn, just sit down, shut the fuck up, and hold your hands out. Say not a word. I want to see if this works.
I roll initiative.
You get
I'm
to
not
roll
trying to
initiative.
kill
I
you.
tell you to roll initiative. What are you doing?
I'm going to attempt to talk to
Var,
my
okay.
patron
One
and
second.
allow him to speak.
That question was for Vard. Sorry. Vard, are you allowing Idru to do this?
Can I get a short explanation of what he wants to do first?
No. He asked you to come up to his room.
And
he
I am
said,
asking him for
Okay.
a short explanation
And
of
I
what he
will,
wants
and,
to do.
and I'll tell you, you'll sit down, shut up, and I'm going to see if this works. It's probably not even going to work, but I'll let you see what I have to deal with on a daily basis.
No. I need an explanation of what you're doing.
I'm going to talk to my patron, and I'm going to see if you can see
How?
or hear said patron. It's a ritual cast. It's what us spellcasters do. I'm just gonna have you sit down, shut up, and hold your hands out,
And it
so I can
can't
see if
kill
I
him.
can link you into this conversation. I'm trying to do a three-way call. I just need you to shut up and be accepting of the three-way call, so you can hear it.
Is it a three-way collect call?
Yes.
It's gonna be collect if I introduce him. Normally, it's just
Can
friends and
I
family. It's a friends and
prepare
family
a
time.
wisdom save?
You'll have to
Why
roll
would it be
one
wisdom?
if you see him.
Why are you rolling wisdom?
No,
So,
I was just wondering if I could prepare a wisdom save so I have advantage on one or something.
He's trying to
so
mentally prepare.
here's what's happening. So, Idru, you are still downstairs with Var, and you were trying to convince him to go up to your room to do said ritual casting. Varn, are you going to go up now that he has explained to you what he is doing and what he hopes to succeed?
Basically, like, you agree to. Do you consent to doing this?
Do you consent to this cult?
Will it
Do
kill
you
me?
do you accept the call?
To be completely honest with you, it might hurt. I don't know if it'll kill you. I doubt it will kill you.
You accept the call,
He's not
Loki?
he's not that type of person. But if he does see you unworthy, it might hurt.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So,
If this
You
works,
have two people who can heal you in the party.
if this fucking works, this is going to be
No,
amazing.
one of them is in an alternate dimension, definitely dead.
I can heal.
Don't lie to me, Kopak.
What the hell?
I've-
He's healed me. Yeah, nincompoop.
No, from what I understand, you need a soul to perform healing magic, and you're a robot.
Oh my god. Anyway, I'm gonna drag
What do
him upstairs.
How do you know what a robot is?
yeah, robots don't
What is
exist
this
in this
Bobot?
world.
What is this Bobot?
Sorry,
you speak
he's
of?
half mechanical. What do you want me to call it?
The
You don't
Warforged
know what a
are-
robot is. Robots don't exist.
There's
Unless you-
electricity and war forges.
Yeah,
What do
There-
you call them?
There are not warforges in this world.
Okay.
That's my end goal. of my
Actually,
character,
before
or one of
before I
them.
drag him unwillingly up the stairs because he's being a
Adrian, we are
numbskull,
having an argument at the moment. You will wait your ass a second.
Hey, all
if he
y'all
don't wait,
guys. Idru, what are you going to say?
out of game, who has the most evil alignment, or who's closest to evil in alignment,
You.
other than me?
Pretty sure it'd be me.
It
What
would
do
be
you-
either
I don't know
Varn
if-
or me.
It's not
I don't
me.
know if I can tell you that.
I can. Okay, can I roll an insight to glean who has more evil tendencies than?
Listen, I'm the one here who has a criminal background. I've
Yeah, actually,
done
yeah,
terrible
cool.
things.
Yeah, actually, that
help
makes
people.
perfect. That actually makes perfect sense.
I do not
I-
have
I-
an alignment for Kopak, but from what I see, Idru and Varan are Varan and Najma have the same alignment.
Ew.
I don't have one for Corey. I don't want to have one for Noah.
I'm pretty sure I'm either chaotic good or chaotic neutral because I do
If you're
whatever
neutral, it might work, but just judging what you just said, criminal background and kind of shady shit, this might work. So I'm gonna go with my original intention.
Yeah, for example, we were going to assassinate the queen to help the poor people. I mean, I wouldn't call that good.
You did it for the better good in your
I did it for the
perspective.
reason I decided I thought was morally correct.
Yeah, exactly. You did it for a gooder reason. But anyway,
Just
I'm
because
taking
that
him
was the good
upstairs.
reason does not mean that's why I chose it.
Mine would
Kopak,
either be chaotic neutral or lawful evil.
okay. Kopak, I want you to make a decision on that, and I want you to send the final thing to me. Idru, I don't actually have your alignment. It does not say on my papers.
Does mine? 'Cause I don't remember
Mine is
what I
lawful
wrote.
evil.
Okay.
I think I've sent you a recent.
You have.
Character-
I just haven't looked at it, and
Okay.
I need to scroll back
Yeah.
through stuff to.
Yeah, it's
What
lawful
I
evil.
fucking lost mine.
I have it. Well, I don't have. I only have level 5 versions. I don't have your level 7 versions because I don't know what you guys has upgraded. So
I sent you mine a while back.
you did.
Wait, you said 7?
I thought we were
Yeah, we're
level
level
7.
7.
Yeah.
I was about to say I'm 6. I didn't know we went to 7.
Mm.
I didn't know
No, wait.
either.
Yeah, I'm still on 6.
Okay, we're level 6 then. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm getting this
I was
from
about
my
to say,
I
other.
want to
when
be
we
level
level
7. I want to be level 7.
I,
Hold on.
I was getting this and my other campaign mixed up. We fought 2 20 level bosses straight in a row, and yeah, that wasn't a good choice. But we went
That
from
was
level
fat
7
XP.
up to level 13 real fast.
I was say
Holy
it's fat
shit.
XP.
Level
Mhm.
13?
Yeah.
From 2 level 20s, yeah, that's a little ridiculous.
One
Especially
of
starting
which,
at 7.
one of which
That's
was a
ridiculous.
wizard who had power would kill, and used
Oh,
it. We lost a party member.
That party
So,
member's
yeah.
still level 7.
Anyway.
Wait. Huh?
We fought
Don't worry
an
about it,
We're
Varn. We're
enemy.
sick.
straight up dying.
Yeah, there's a 9th level spell that is Power Word Kill. If you have less than 100 HP,
You're dead.
you're dead instantly. There's no
death
save.
saves.
There's no
Yeah,
nothing. Your character
big dead.
is dead.
Who died?
Our paladin.
Oh,
Were they
dude,
the
that's
main healer?
unfortunate.
Please tell me they were not the main healer.
They were.
We
Damn
had
it.
a paladin?
This was
No,
on our
not
Sunday
us.
game.
This is
My
her other
thing.
campaign.
Okay, I thought you were saying we were level 13.
No.
I
No.
was so confused.
You
No,
have
she was
not
explaining
fought a
that-
level 20 thing. Anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I was explaining I was confused because I have another Sunday game and we went from level 7 to level 13 because we fought 2 level 20 people. So, things. So, yeah.
We almost killed a level 20 person at the car, but he teleported away.
Yeah. You did not get near. That was also before I actually, Yves and Gaspard were originally supposed to be the same person. And you're supposed to be the same
you
level
decided to
as you
split 'em.
guys. Yeah, then I decided to split them. So that was the pre-version. Anyway, so you guys eat. You argue. Varen is going up to Idri's room to do a ritual.
Yes, we're gonna attempt this.
Okay.
All right. I need you to sign this piece of paper, Varn, saying that you're okay with speaking to an evil deity, and that you will be willing and able to withstand his wrath if you so shall piss him off.
Right?
Because you're probably going to. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I apologize. I tried to move my leg and was in extreme pain. Didn't hear any of that.
Oh.
No.
Basically, he's asking you to sign a disclaimer.
I'm not signing anything. You're just going to do it. And then
Okay.
I'm fully blaming you for whatever happens.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You can blame me after. Just don't interrupt this because this might end
I
bad
don't
for two
plan
people.
on being rude unless someone is rude to me.
Yeah, okay, well with him, just take it with a grain of salt. Literally, let it go in one ear, out the other if you don't like it, because he will fuck your shit up. He's fucked my shit up, and I'm his chosen warrior, and yet he fucks my shit up on a daily. So. He will probably not think twice and not bat an eye at fucking your shit up. So just don't be rude to him, in all honesty, because it will end bad. It might end bad for Miss IE. It might end bad for you. It might all of us. So just take it with a grain of salt. If he's rude, just deal with it. We're fucking demons. Deal with it.
I haven't
But anyway,
anybody.
Just offer your pseudo dragon as a gift.
what is your issue? I'm offering Varn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Offering someone that's not important.
Yeah, Warren, he gets electrocuted. Maybe this will stop his electrocution, you know? Who knows? It might actually be beneficial for him. We're about to find out.
Maybe I'll re-roll as a paladin.
Yikes. Reroll as the paladin that died in the other campaign. That'd be funny.
They were
Anywho.
an air genasi. I can probably get their stats.
I like how she's like contemplating this. Like, I'm gonna
She's thinking
kill
about it.
Warren,
no
and then he
doubt.
can reroll.
Person kill me for less than a corn chip.
Maybe.
Probably. Anyway,
I will say that as the DM, if Idri's patron decides to do something as drastic as that, you will have no choice in the matter.
All right, I'm gonna
Excuse me, I'm going to at least defend myself.
No, I'm saying if he decides to turn you into something, you will not be able to resist.
Yeah, there ain't no defending. It's gonna happen.
Turn him into a chicken.
Right.
When I woke up, my clock was longer. All of a sudden, my horn.
You're breaking up.
Man, I could not hear you.
You're a robot.
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay. So you remember when I woke up, my claws were longer, my horn was longer, I was like a little bit bigger, tail was a little bit longer, and you woke up with a terrible nightmare? Yeah, that was a no choice matter. I
All
didn't
I
have.
heard was I could have a tail. Let's do it.
Person, let him dream. All right, so I'm gonna black out my room. I'm gonna take blankets from my bed, put it over the windows if I have to, shut the door. You know,
I was
stuff
gonna
something
say,
under the
you
door.
have darkness?
I'm going to use
I
some
could just
cloth
do that.
I twist
Never
into
fucking mind.
a
No, if
bunch.
you use darkness, it's at a concentration spell. You won't be able to
Let
do
me.
ritual cast while you do darkness. You have to concentrate on it.
Can I do the ritual?
You don't
No.
have magic. You
You
chose.
don't know who I'm talking to.
I mean, we'll use a Ouija board. We'll just call random
That's
names.
not how this works, homie. Damn it. You're right. Anyway, it is concentration, so I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna
It's a
black out
Luigi
my room.
board.
I'm gonna put blankets like up over the quote unquote curtains if there's
Like I
curtains
said,
in
I'm
here. But I'm gonna put
fashioning
it up over the
myself a
window to like
tail
block out as much light from
out of
this room as
cloth
possible.
and
Okay.
tying it around me, so it looks like I have a tail.
Varen is being a child, and
Yeah,
Idru
yeah,
works
right.
with an efficiency that he clearly has done this before. All right. So you start your
Alright,
ritual
so I had
cast.
Vorian sit down in the middle of my room. I push everything like to the outer walls, if there's anything near the center of my room. But have him sit down,
on the floor, cross
close your eyes.
close my eyes, and hold my hands out.
Yes. And just have an open mind. Don't try to cloud it with a bunch of thoughts. Don't cloud it with a bunch of questions.
My guy, I'm
Blank slate.
sorry, I have ADHD. That will never happen.
Okay. Hopefully your character's not Udda Hudda too, but let's just go with it. Anywho, blank slate yourself. Then I'm gonna sit down in front of him.
Do I have to roll for this?
Who
No.
knows? I have not made no one else
I will
to do this.
clear my mind of all external thoughts.
So I'll sit down in front of
except
him,
for pity.
and then I will sit my pseudo dragon in between us, and then I'll think at it and be like, this might be bad, so you might have to go tell somebody something. So sit outside my door, and if you lose communication with me and can't talk to me, go get somebody.
It scampers out. It leaves the door open behind it.
I go and shut the door.
Okay.
And then I sit down in front of him, I grab his hands, I sit down, and I pray to Asmodeus.
All right.
Asmodeus,
Roll a
Asmodeus,
d4.
Asmodeus.
Ah! 2.
All right. So
He kills me.
as
Got it.
as you as everything's blacked out, you guys have your eyes closed. You're sitting with your hands holding each other, and you start to feel, Idru, you've kind of felt this before when you've done this spell, but not to this extent. You start to feel, both of you, like you are extremely dizzy. Like, even though you know you're sitting still, it feels like you are um, falling falling down, that you're sort of falling through space, sort of floating around. It's a very disconcerting feeling. And it's a lot stronger than it normally is. Idri, you know that this is not a good indication, probably.
Yeah.
You already stated I've been in Warzone, so I've absolutely felt something similar to this.
Yes. So, you sort of, you feel this sensation, and then you get, all of a sudden, your eyes snap open, both of you at the same time. And you see yourself sort of what looks to be the demon realm. And there's bright red, tiefling looking, massive creature in front of you. This is the demon, Osmodeus. You guys are basically, think of this as astral projecting. Your bodies are back where you left them, but you guys are basically astral projecting. He looks at you, Idru. Well, to what do I have the displeasure of seeing you?
Yes, Supreme Master of the Nine Hells. I have one humble request to make. With
I know what you
all
request.
Oh, okay. So to keep it light, I brought this idiot here because he cares for this person very much so.
I am
And
aware.
is there anything you can tell us? And if you need an extra soul for the army, he's right here.
You have garnered the attention of one that I have spoken to you before. One that whose allyship would be very helpful. However, it seems your meddlings in the above realms have caused her displeasure. And the one you are looking for is with her. I don't know if she is paying the price, she is working willingly, or what is going on. It is not something, it is not a deity you mess with. But now I have the answer to what I sent you to look for, Idru. I would not tally in that land for very long.
One moment.
I need Varin. I need you to roll a wisdom save.
I knew it!
Because he is very not happy. And he is basically radiating unhappy energy of the demonic sort. And you are not used to magic, and specifically not his magic. So it is not going well for you.
I figured this was gonna happen.
Under the ground that I totally called this, can I roll without disadvantage?
I'm not giving you disadvantage. I just said make a wisdom save.
Oh, you made it sound like you were giving me disadvantage.
Oh no, this is
No,
just she's trying to make it
You know,
sound like this is
you were saying
really bad for
I'm
you.
like, I'm not used to this. I've never felt this before.
no, I'm telling you this is why you are making a wisdom saving throw. Because
I dropped
it
my
bad.
fucking dice. Now I have to move.
You have to make a wisdom saving throw in order to keep from going insane. Basically.
Okay, so I dropped my dice. I gotta move. So I'm going to mute myself. I will be back.
Okay. I don't count floor dice.
That's probably why he said he's gotta move so he can grab his shit and then reroll.
Yeah.
This is going better than expected. I approve of you. And I always love the voice you give him. It's top notch.
Thank you. Ooh,
You're
he has
welcome.
a 0 on his saving throw for wisdom.
I know he better roll fucking high.
Ooh.
Oh boy, he's just like me, for real, for real.
Oh, do you
Yep.
have a 0 on wisdom too?
He does.
Yep.
Najma, what do you have for your saving throw on wisdom?
Only if you want to tell him. You don't have to.
Yeah, but you don't have to. I'm just now curious.
Okay, so this is okay. This is at a
The
character
modifier on
level.
it.
I probably mentioned it before out loud, but it's a +3.
Yeah, that should have brought you. Fuck. Them two are pretty fucked.
What the I don't, dude. I don't know what the fuck your how the fuck your how Idri's patron would react to a little you bring in
yeah.
little
Little you.
adorable thick goody two shoes.
Who is aligned with a goddess.
Good.
Yeah.
She's,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah, that wouldn't go well.
stave it off. Yeah,
You're breaking up again.
Yeah, what did he say?
Jesus. Said you'd probably get killed.
Yeah, see, wouldn't be a good idea. She probably wouldn't want to do it anyways.
I wouldn't blame her. Gee, what is he like in a full body cast and it's taking him an hour to pick up dice?
Remember he has
Well, he's
the
got a hurt
really
back,
bad,
too.
yeah.
Oh, he's got to hurt back. Okay.
Back. Ooh.
Damn, he's an old man too. Ugh.
I'm gonna take. Yep, there he is.
It fell under my chair.
Oh boy.
So I totally understand if you won't let me keep it, but it 100% landed on a 20.
Yeah,
Nice.
she said no 4 dice.
Yeah, I said that before you went.
She tried to say before you left.
Yeah.
So reroll.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fine, it's totally understandable. I just wanted everyone to know it was a 20.
That would
I-
have done you.
I'll take it.
You got a what?
18.
You're fine. You
Thank God.
you are used to bloodthirsty energy coming at you, so you're okay.
I'm used to the idea of being surrounded by everything wanting me to die
Yes,
and keeping my wits about me.
yes. So you're okay. So he looks at you, Drew, and he says, "So for what purpose, precisely, did you bring this one here instead of just telling me? Is this not also a friend of yours?"
He is more of an acquaintance. Most of these are an acquaintance of mine, but
The one you are searching for is that
Yes.
friend.
it again more of an acquaintance of mine. I'm working with these to better you. These are my, for lack of a better term, means to an end here. And I thought, if I bring this little one, and I like push his astral projected self forward, if I bring this one, if you need him for something, he's a blank slate.
Hmm.
And if not, you can toss us. You can toss us back. We can go back the way we came. Whatever pleases you more.
Asmodeus is gonna lean forward on his throne and just kind of stare intently at you for a moment, Varen.
Before you go any further, how
Yes.
close to the throne are we? Like, are we like a ways back and we're
You're
like,
like 40 feet,
are we
but
like-
he's like 100 feet tall in
yeah?
comparison.
I was gonna say his avatar should be huge, but yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to know perspective of throne so I know
Yeah.
what's about to happen. Okay, thank you.
So
Continue.
you are about as
Right.
big as one of his fingers.
Yeah.
I try to keep my mind as blank as I can manage, and I look directly in his eyes.
He has many of eyes.
I understand this.
Where are you focusing? The normal eyes? The
I
eyes
think
all
Any of
around
them
his
that are
face?
looking
Humanoid eyes face.
directly at me. You said he was staring right at me. I'm
All
staring
of his
back.
eyes are looking at you.
So I'm staring right back with a blank head.
Okay. Give me a concentration. That's just a straight roll.
What the fuck is that? 15.
Okay. He.
That was the most perfect silence ever.
That was. Are you playing with the Stinky Man, Mac?
No, just you're just like 15. It was like 15. Sounds fine.
Oh. Okay.
He's asleep.
Oh.
Having his 20th nap of the morning
Oh.
or afternoon, excuse me.
Such lazy. All right.
Perfect
20
cat
naps in
energy.
40 minutes. All right. So he leans forward to look at you. You are Blank Slate, aren't you? I know of your parents, Baron Greyjoy. They still live.
I cannot hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh. I know who you are, Baron Greyjoy. Your parents. Well, they still live, if you can call that living. You've caused quite a few incidents, haven't you?
I bow in a respectful acknowledgement.
He looks to you, Idra. An unknowing, but not a bad decision. However, there are far more things at stake here. Just give me a second. Ugh. Sorry, I've had to sneeze a lot for the past couple days. You don't know what you walk into. Far Greyjoy. But we'll see about this. And he leans forward, and as he leans forward with one hand, he becomes sort of the same size as you. And before you can move, he taps one eye, and it starts to burn with a purple fire. I need you to roll a con saving throw.
Me or
Me?
Varn?
Varn.
Oh. I was like, cool, I get another cool eye
Fuck
trick?
yeah!
Oh, no.
19. I don't know
19.
what my constitution is.
Your con is. Your con is a +1. So dirty 20.
Nice.
You take 5 points of necrotic damage. And as you sort of scream with pain, he.
Can I resist screaming?
Ooh, I
You
like that.
can try at disadvantage.
Alright, just straight 20?
Yes.
Okay. 11.
11. You're screaming. You tried to not at first, but your eye is literally being burned out of your head.
Can I choose something to scream?
Yeah?
I want
I
to
look
scream
at him
the bloodiest
intently.
battlefield. Like the point I was closest to losing my mind at, where every day could have been my last. I just want to scream.
Are you screaming this?
battle.
Oh, okay. Okay. You hear him. You guys start to fade, as you kind of fade to black.
You're gonna take my fucking eye, you son of a bitch.
That actually came to be in the moment, so you know what? It wasn't planned. Because I didn't know EJ was going to do this, and I had no plans for this. So, as
Perfect.
you fade to black, you hear him. Enjoy my little gift, Idru. I better not see you back here asking for favors again.
Can I
Will
choke
do.
out a thank you?
You guys,
Lord.
Idru, you don't get a chance to respond. You guys fade back. You're in your bodies. Your eye is on fire.
Going to completely ignore that and punch Idru in his fucking face.
Roll another Constitution saving throw at disadvantage. Because you are now back in the real world and the pain is amplified.
Okay. 17 and 16? Yeah, 16.
Okay. You do manage to punch Idru. Roll a d4.
Oh, D4. My bad.
Yeah.
Cast frostbite on my 2 fingers and wipe it over his burning eye.
It doesn't work.
Two.
What did you get? Idru, you take 2 points of damage.
You motherfucker!
I told you it would probably hurt. You said
You
that.
didn't tell me I'd lose my fucking eye!
Can you still see?
So
I try to
As-
punch him again.
So, okay, hold on 1 second. So, as soon as you sort of come back into the real world, the curtain the blanket that was holding up the curtain to black everything out, seemingly of its own accord, sort of falls down. And as soon as your eye is shown into sunlight, the burning stops. So, Idru, you watch in grotesque fascination as you see a burnt out eye socket of his left eye. And then you see growing in quick motion with the dark energy that still lingers.
Can it be my right eye?
Shh, quiet. You see growing in fast motion a new eye with a vivid purple iris, and its pupil is slit like a goat's. So, Varen, you automatically now have the sort of as a passive, you can detect demonic magic with your eye by sight. However, you lose a permanent 10 HP, and you are at disadvantage for perception sight rolls.
That's a lot of HP.
Mm-hmm.
Can I challenge that? Because that's a lot of HP. I'm already pretty low on HP.
What are you at?
I think I have like 40 something.
Oh wow, you're higher than me if it's 40 something.
So I rolled a d10 and I got a 10. So that was me reconsidering.
Her second opinion was the first opinion.
It's
Well,
my
buddy.
eye. Can I roll for it?
Sure. Roll a d10.
Watch it be a 10. Watch it be 10.
If it is, I'm not even gonna argue.
I want it to be a 9.
Which one's the D10?
The one with
10 sides.
Well, typically it has a 0 on it, so it'll be
Okay,
1 through
okay.
9 and a 0.
I was looking for a 10.
The 0 is the 10.
Got it. Alright, I rolled a 3.
Okay. You lose 30 permanent health. No.
Fuck it.
Okay, you lose 5 permanent health.
Fair.
You at disadvantage for perception sight. And you automatically detect demonic or any you basically have the spell detect evil and good, but you can only detect evil.
I understand why you're giving me disadvantage on sight perception,
You don't understand
Uh-huh.
why?
No, I do, but
Okay.
But
I'm just having a thought here. That's all.
Okay.
Something I'd like to discuss with you later in more
Okay.
detail.
Sounds good. We can work over the terms. I am okay with that. Thanks.
Let me give you a short summary. I feel like having an eye that detects demonic presence
Yeah.
would give me a different disadvantage than sight because I still have two eyes.
It messes with your sense of perception IRL. So let's say you're trying to pick up a glass, and Idru is sitting across from you. Your purple eye is going to detect basically bright flares of light, and you have one eye to try to have depth perception, to pick something up or to see something. Because as long as you have Idru with you, or you are around someone who is a warlock or has any sort of, or any sort of like tiefling, anyone who has any sort of demonic energy, or evil energy, um, you will be at disadvantage. So if there is a,
it
yeah, if there is
Yeah,
a
it's kind of
time,
like
we'll discuss these terms later in more detail
cool.
because
you're
Yeah.
permanently
this seems more
casting basically like
complicated, and I
detect
just have
magic.
a permanent disadvantage on perception.
Yes, but you also basically now have a free magic spell at passive. And I believe that is a second level spell.
Good and
Yeah,
evil.
but how
Just
useful is
minus
that
the evil.
knowing someone's demonic?
Well, not only like demonic, but like you can detect demonic magics. So like,
You can
what are we
detect
gonna?
energies. So right now, what you see is there is sort of a purple. I really want to say purple haze. Uh, there's
Apparently,
a purple energy surrounding Idru. Um, you see a lot of it centered in his horns, his tail, and his hands. There's Even though you guys did not draw a circle, there is a summoning circle that you guys are sitting in, outlined by ghostly purple fire. Um, and Idra, you don't see this. This is only Varin, unless you have the spell and you cast it. Varin, you also see what basically look like ghostly purple handprints that pull the blanket down. Um, and you see sort of traces of it everywhere since this is Idra's room. You're almost blinded by it, in fact, because it's Idra's room. So,
All right, so I'm going to react in the way that I think I would react if this actually happened to me.
go for it.
The, what are those doing? Why is it on fire? What's
what are you
the
talking
fuck
about?
are you, Edrew? What's going on? Every why is it
Calm
so bright?
down.
Why are you so loud?
Calm
I
down.
I I vomit.
Okay. Right into
I
Idra's lap.
get in my room. I'm gonna pick him up by his cloak.
You're breaking up again.
Better.
Najma and Kopak,
Yes.
what were you doing while they were upstairs conducting the ritual? Were you downstairs? Were you waiting at the door? Were you going outside doing your own thing?
Remind us, why did we do this ritual again? Was it to find Misai?
Yes.
Yes.
I would have just been waiting downstairs.
Okay.
Because I don't know how long this will take.
Najma, what you doing?
Waiting and eating, though she is nervous for Vern.
Both of you roll a perception check. It is based off of sound.
Perception based off of stealth.
That sound.
Ooh.
That mostly
Oh.
has to do with Kopak. Just roll a regular perception check, Najma.
Sound.
I know
is it
exactly
17.
what they hear if they succeed. So just let me know.
Yeah,
I rolled a 7, so
a 7.
no.
Najma,
no.
you are too busy eating, talking to the maids, listening to their chatter. Kopak, you hear clear as day. There's
Why
freaking
is it
out.
getting brighter?
Yeah, that. You hear Varn starting to freak out. And within a couple seconds, he just keeps shouting. You hear him kind of scream. Well, first you hear him a sort of a muffled scream, and then it gets louder, and then you hear him start to freak out.
As he freaks out, I'm going to use Thaumaturgy to slam all of the windows and doors open.
Yep.
And then have my pseudo dragon go find Kopak to go drag this freaking out village idiot out of my room as I clean myself of his vomit.
What are you doing, Kopak?
Does the dragon reach me?
Have you started to get up before you hear any of, when you hear any of this?
Yeah, I guess I'll start standing up. I was like, I guess he's alive.
Pseudo
See what
Dragons
happened.
comes running down the stairs. It kind of grabs you with its claws and tries to flap its wings and pull you towards the stairs. Like it grabs your
Just
Why
tunic.
am I on fire? Why is it purple?
It's just like a ferret, but with wings.
Kind of, yeah.
Sorta. Like a size of a Gila monster, except it has dragon wings.
Yeah.
And a barbed tail.
Yep. So Najma, you see the pseudo dragon come flying downstairs, and Kopak get up, and the pseudo dragon latches onto him and is trying to ineffectively pull him away.
Little dragon try to pull big elephant man, no work.
No work.
But little dragon baby's trying to pull him in the direction of the stairs, trying to go up to where.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If they haven't arrived in 30 seconds, I use Thaumaturgy after I slam all the windows and doors open to yell for everybody to get the fuck up my room and get this idiot out of my room.
Okay.
I'm coming.
Are you, Kopak, are you hustling or are you just taking your time?
I guess I'm hustling since the dragon's trying to pull me.
Okay. He makes it there before you use Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
Start to grasp sort of what's happening, because everything sort of matches. It's fiery, it's magic-y, it's purple, and Idru is just fucking covered in it, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm going to blame him for this.
That's fine. We've been through this. But
I
yeah.
grab him by the shirt and I tell him to make it stop.
Close your eye.
It doesn't work.
Close whichever one burns. I promise you it'll work.
He close the eye?
Does it indeed work?
Does he close the eye?
Do I have... Okay, answer me this. You said my eye got burned out.
Yes.
And an eye grew. Does that include the eyelid?
Yes.
Okay.
You're not all fuckered up. It magically the eyeball disappeared and a new one is replaced. So everything
It wasn't magical. It burned out of my skull. There's nothing
by
magical
magic
about
fire. By
that
magic
was
fire.
magical fire.
that. It didn't feel that way.
Well, of course not.
It just
felt like fire.
normal fire.
That's because
Yes,
it's
but close
demonic
your
fire.
eye, nerd. All right, so I go up and I force his eyelid shut.
Okay. It's still, you can still feel some residual burning, Varn, or burny tingly. You can still sense that there are demonic energies around. Not that you can take a wild guess to see, you still sense the things, but you don't see them anymore. Your
So
other eye
essentially,
is
it's
normal.
the colors in my eye. You know when you close your eyes and see colors? I
Yes.
see like purple shapes moving around, but I can't
It's
really see them.
it's like after images.
I'm in a panic. I'm going to throw Idru.
Okay.
I get there at this time to stop him
Yes, you get there
and
by
pick
that
him
time.
up. What'd you
Get
guys do?
get
I
him
Who's
out
open
of the
both
hurt?
room,
eyes
and I
and
will
look at.
explain downstairs.
I open both eyes and look at Kopak.
Kopak
What do I?
does not have. He only has some residual energy on him. Definitely not as much as Idru. And as you
I
look
don't
out
have
in
any
the
evil
hallway,
magics.
I've
uh,
never experienced this, so it is bright as hell.
yeah, looking out in the hallway, it's a weird contrast for you because the hallway is bright sunlight. So your right eye is adjusting to the sunlight after being in the dark. But your left eye is there's not as much light or color here. So it's relaxing. It's a very odd feeling. There is some residual sources of demonic and evil around, especially sort of as you walk out, as he brings you out in the hallway, you see Idru's room is the one covered in the most of it, um, and there's some in the hallway that you can
I
kind of see.
push
It's like
away from Kopak and fall over, trying to claw my eye out.
okay,
Don't let him do it.
you hear a voice in your head, same voice, goes, now, is that any way to treat the gift I gave you? And your hands freeze in place, and basically your muscles force themselves to, your hands are now flat on the ground, on the floor.
Oh no, no.
I'm just
no,
gonna pick up Varn and throw him
no,
on my shoulder so he can
no,
walk downstairs.
no,
Bring him downstairs.
no, no. You will not take control of my body. That was nowhere near part of the deal. I'm
Neither.
about to rip Drew apart. You let the fuck go of me.
I will explain downstairs. Just go downstairs. Let me clean my
No, you
room.
will explain now.
You will go downstairs and calm down so I can explain. You in this little huffy puffiness. And
I will
you're never
attack
gonna
you,
grasp
Drew. I'm
that.
not. I'm not even kidding you. My character is beyond any semblance. You have to tell him something.
I will explain all there is to explain that I know how to
That's
explain.
not good
Shut your
enough.
mouth. Shut your mouth. Let me finish. I will explain what is happening to you and why that little body spasm that you just had happened as soon as I cleaned myself up of your vomit that you happened to lay in my lap. I want to not have your vomit in my lap, and then I will have a clear mind to
I want to
explain to
have
you
my
what's
eye
happening.
back.
You
At
have
this
your eye
point,
back.
Kopak has walked down the stairs, and you are shouting up the stairs at Idru.
Okay, I'm gonna clean myself up. I'm gonna take like 10 minutes, clean up his puke off the floor, off my crotch, and then calmly go downstairs.
You don't have to
Next
explain.
Najma,
next week,
Najma,
I'm
what
gonna
are you
go in
doing
your room
during all of
vomit.
this?
Um,
You see
she
Kopak go upstairs, seemingly in a hurry.
yeah, she was. Oh, yeah. I was sorry. I was waiting for you to get to me. I didn't want to
You're
interject.
fine.
Yeah, she was trying to go up there after Kopak.
Okay, so you go up there, you see all this. Idru is trying to get himself clean. Kopak is carrying Varn downstairs. What you gonna do?
She'll follow after Kopak. Um, so she can take a look at Vern to see if she can do anything. But like before she does, she's gonna look back at Idru. She wants to see him see. She wants to. Hopefully, he's looking at her, but she's gonna shoot him a freaking dirty look.
Okay.
If I see it, I wave. I'll be down in a minute to
I
explain.
look at Najma. What do I see?
You see the complete absence of any sort of purple energy.
I stare at Najma because it's calming.
Okay. He is staring unnervingly at you.
Oh, fantastic.
Like that awkward drunk at the bar.
Yes.
Okay. She wants to take a look at him. Let me see here. Oh shoot, I don't think I have that.
If you want
No,
to just roll a medicine check
Yeah, yes, yes, yeah.
or
I
an arcana
realize I don't
check.
have the detect evil spell prepared at all. So yeah, give me 1 second here. Okay, I rolled that, and what is my modifier? Okay, I rolled a 15, and I have a +4 with medicine.
Okay. You very quickly notice that he seems physically unharmed. His left eye socket is like sort of around the rim of the eye is red. There seems to be tears that have sort of run down his face. They're not quite dry yet, but they're getting there. And basically his eye is a little bit red and puffy, and it is now like a brilliant purple with
Okay,
a slitted goat eye across it, and he seems to have suffered some sort of psychological damage.
Okay. Let's see here. Can I roll? I don't know if that's just something that I can ask you, or if I just have to
Yes.
roll for it. But see if like doing cure wounds or restoration would help aid in anything.
I'll tell you right now, no.
No.
The only thing that might work right now would be calm, and that's just to calm him down. But cure
I do not have
wounds,
that.
there are no actual wounds that you see. Restoration, you would need to have greater restoration, and you would need to be able to cast it at 9th level.
Ah, damn it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I only have
this was a big dick energy occurrence.
So for the record, when I had you roll that d4, there are 4 different options of moods Osmodeus could be in.
I figured.
You picked the worst one.
I figured.
So
Just the entrance to him was already bad. And I was like, oh, let's just. And then I was like 4, so I'm guessing I was either thinking outcomes or moods.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nope, that was his mood. You guys got the angry.
We got Angie.
You did.
If it's been about 10 minutes, I'm gonna put downstairs.
Yeah, so as Najma is checking Varan over, he seems to have gone. He's just staring at her. I'm assuming, mostly mute at this point. Definitely in some sort of shock.
I don't. I just.
All right. I'm here to explain things. Do not look at me with that eye.
I'm gonna get a glass of water and like put it in his eye so it, like calms the burning.
Okay.
When
You guys do that
when
before he comes in.
when Idru enters the room and tells me not to look at him, I just seethe with rage and stare directly at him.
Okay.
Also, I also do not have like calming or
That's fine.
whatever that one is. I just forgot. I don't. Yeah, I don't have that prepared.
That's fine.
Can I
I'm
roll
saying
can I roll to hug?
Yeah, I'm just saying that's the only thing that would help him at this moment of spells.
Yeah, well, I don't have that spell prepared, but yeah, can I attempt to
You
roll
can
with a
just ask to hug him, and if he says yes, then that's a yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay, no, so no rolling. She will ask that. Oh, stop. Yes, I will. She will ask since we don't have that spell prepared.
Okay.
Oh, actually
So-
asking. You're just saying that you're asking. My bad.
Yeah, she's asking. She's asking.
Um, I look away. I look away from Idru and look at you and just sort of reach up and try to touch my eye. Like with no intention of like clawing out or anything. I just want to see if I can even touch.
You can. Does anyone see him reaching for his eye and try to do anything about it?
Nah.
Touch him.
At this point, Idri, you walk in. Um, you see him sitting with his back to you.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
When I pull my fingers away from my eye, are they on fire with that purple fire?
Nope, the fire's gone out.
Alright, so touching my eye doesn't spread demonic energy.
No.
Okay. Because that would have been a whole new bout if I was suddenly demonic.
Mm-mm.
No, yeah. As I walk in, don't look at me. It will hurt you. It's bright.
I'm too angry to care. I stare directly at you.
That's fine. Do it or do whatever you want. All right, cool. One, you said you.
You can
I didn't.
probably see me wince my eye as I look at you.
That's fine. I charge witch bolt in my fingers and hold it in front of your face. Well, not point blank, but like I hold it up so it's bright in your face.
That hurts
Yeah.
a lot. It's very, very, very bright. And
So
it's overwhelming.
demonic, like this.
Staring him down. I'm so pissed off at him.
You can't
Oh,
see his face because the light of witchlight, that the massive amount of energy that comes off of witchlight, you can't see his face or much else out of that eye. All you can see right now is
It's like me holding a
the
flashlight in front of my face. Like all you
right.
see is the bright light. You can't see behind it.
And if you, as you are staring into it, like your eye starts to water. That one eye. The other eye is fine.
I wince, grit my teeth, and just start growling to try to fight the pain.
Okay.
Okay, I drop it. But things like that, anything of demonic nature is going to be bright. But you did say you're willing to go, and I told you shit might hurt, and I told you you might die. You didn't die. You still have both of your eyes. Just one has a cooler power than the other.
You said if I was quiet and respectful, nothing would
Hey,
happen.
and he was in a fucking angry mood. I couldn't have forecasted. Oh, him. If anything, other way
You're
around.
breaking up.
Ah, better.
I think so.
Okay. He was angry. I say angry, but he was angry. I can't control that. I don't control him. If anything, it's the other way around. He controls me. Hierarchy system. But he gave you a gift. Shit he gives you, unless he take it away, you don't remove. We can try to have it removed later if it causes you an issue. But probably about this time, there's probably only like 2 people in this whole little kingdom situation that could maybe get rid of that. We can use this to our advantage for now, because now we have a general idea of where she is, and you can see it. I will not be able to see it unless I cast a spell. You get to do it for free. So it's to help us find Misai.
I draw my sword.
Okay.
I cast command.
Okay.
And I
Is that
tell him
a
to drop it.
charisma saving throw?
Wisdom save 14.
Okay.
17.
Okay, well, you don't drop it.
What
I'm
happened?
pretty sure I'm past the point of reason here.
To the point of no return.
Oh my god.
Not going back now.
Pat cast grapple to hold Varn.
Don't
Can you
Well, it's
guys
not-
grab? Yeah,
grapple.
you can. Is that a cast or is that are you gonna try to grapple?
I'm just gonna try and grapple.
Okay. Both of you roll strength.
A part of me doesn't actually want to kill Idru, so I don't resist the grapple.
Okay, never mind then.
Okay. I'm just holding you back, basically.
You're giving him a big squishy hug. That is also restraining him.
I also cast Shocking Grasp. No, I don't.
Fucker.
No, I
It's
don't.
an electric chair. That's fucked.
I put on a show of fighting it, but honestly, at this point, I'm just
You're angry.
I'm angry and I don't have an avenue for it, so I just scream.
Okay. All the maids are. As soon as Kopak had sort of come downstairs with you yelling and kicking over his shoulder, they sort of just like look at each other and they've run out. So you scream, and there's nobody but you guys in there.
All right. now,
See, you scared the hell out.
Do you have any reasonable questions that I may or may not have the answer to? I've gave you the basic rundown of what you have in your face now.
I tried to claw it out and he stopped me. How much control does he have over my body?
The enough to let you not remove his gift. I attempted to say this earlier. Now that you've been given something by him, you yourself do not remove it. Probably if somebody else tries to remove it, it's going to cause you pain. Now, if it's successful, cool, it's gone. Maybe he might just make it pop back because it's a gift he gave.
What happens if someone destroys it?
It may come back. It may not. I don't know. I have not received an eye from him. You got lucky and got an eye.
accidentally.
Well, like I'm saying, like, oh, you're in battle and it gets stabbed out. It might come back. You might still feel the pain, but it might come back. It might not. I don't know. I've not
This
received.
isn't a. If I try to do it myself, I'm in trouble, or try to get it removed, I'm in trouble. It's a. At any point, if the eye is threatened, that's going to fucking hurt.
Maybe, maybe not. Again, if you try to remove it or have it removed
Kopak
against
tried to
his
blast
will.
my eye out of my head.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Kopak,
I'm not doing that.
do not do that. I don't want this house to fucking explode. Now, he was already angry. Let this subside. Give it a couple days, maybe a week. Then we can see something about it. In the interim, we can see if we can find Misai with your newly found power. I understand you're angry, you're upset, you're confused, and probably
I throw my
don't.
sword at Idru.
That's fucking fine. I don't even flinch. I don't even
You
care.
throw the sword.
I just sort of chuck it at him because I'm pissed and I want him to shut up.
Roll an acrobatics, Idru.
No, I'm just gonna let it hit me. I don't care. I'm still gonna talk.
Like I said, I'm not throwing it dagger first or with any sort of effort. I'm literally
You're just-
it's in my hands and it's going at him now.
He's throwing a temper tantrum, so he's
I'm
picking up
throwing a
something and
temper
throwing it at me.
tantrum.
Oh, I'm well aware. I want to see if it flips and hits him by accident.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna move. So,
So
if it
roll
comes blade
roll an attack roll. Roll a d20 to attack. Don't add any modifiers. Just roll a d20.
13.
What's your AC?
13.
Okay, roll for damage.
I understand beats it, but at the same time, neither of us are really
It
trying to
halves
hurt
it.
each other.
It halves it. He's gonna take half damage. It's gonna slice his something open on his leg. That's all.
You did throw a sharp, pointy thing at me, so I mean.
You're right.
Yeah.
And I'm fairly sure Varen doesn't care if you actually get hurt.
No.
Probably not.
Yes. Did you roll for attack or?
Did you roll your damage?
Oh, I don't know why I thought you were rolling it, person.
I
would
don't know
hope.
either.
I would hope not, because it's going to be one of two extremes. Her shit's
Yes.
never in the middle. It's either it
No.
does nothing or it does everything.
Alright, what am I rolling?
Whatever your
Damage
sword
for
damage
your
is.
rapier.
I think it's a D8. Right?
Most likely.
A rapier?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't remember.
I don't use rapiers. I thought it was a d6.
It's a D6 or a D8. We'll
Let's
just
roll a
use it.
d6 and take half damage. Plus your modifier.
The only one that didn't come out of the little box. Oh, so many dice. Alrighty.
Tell me about it.
Uh...
Max?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
What's your modifier?
No
What's your modifier?
modifier.
It's a rapier. You have
And
your
I-
dex modifier to it, plus your proficiency since you are a rogue. So it's a +3 plus whatever
Okay,
your dex
but I
is.
didn't throw it with any effort, therefore
Uh,
I wasn't
who-
trying. So my modifier wouldn't be accounted because that's a use of skill.
Byron, you have a 3 and a dex. That's a +5. Idru, you take 5 points of slashing damage.
Alright, now he's starting to angy me.
Good!
I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke on him.
Okay.
It's a 14 dex, and if he's being restrained, he fails it.
Yeah.
So he takes.
Oh, is he gonna set me on fire as I'm grappling him?
No, it's concentrated. It's not like a fireball.
Yeah.
He's gonna get hit. Your hands might get warm, but that'd be about it.
Okay. Roll for dabbling.
9, 4, 9, 18 plus 4, 22. 22 fire damage.
Do you hold back at all?
It's at half strength, so
Okay.
half it. So 12.
Okay.
Or 11, excuse me.
I'm gonna turn around and take the fire, and I'm gonna use absorb elements to have it.
Okay. Okay.
So
you guys
he
are.
also takes 5.
I'm taking it for him.
Oh, ew. Do I see him do this?
Yes.
Kopak,
But only last second.
this is just for you. I'm
Hmm.
not directly apologizing to you, but I'm literally biting my lip and saying sorry. I'm also crying at this point because I'm done. I'm so I cannot handle the situation anymore.
Fair enough.
All right. Now, if you're done throwing your temper tantrum, I can leave, or leave you alone, and you can sit and think about all of the new applications to your newfound gift, and then come to terms with them. If not, that's on you. But you did agree, and you said, "Let's do this." I don't have control over someone that powerful, so you got what you got. At least you came back with you came back with everything you had except now one axe fun. You didn't lose per se anything. You still have.
Lost 5 max HP.
Idris sees
Oh,
it up left of his
I
screen.
can't see that.
Baron will remember this.
Lol. But I can't see his detriment to HP because he looks the same. So wait, did Varn shrink?
No.
Okay, so other than the eye, that's the only other physical
Yes.
modification I see. Okay, yeah, so I wouldn't be able to see his HP deficiency, but you can come to terms with it. If you have any more questions, you can come ask me like a normal ass person, or I will not hold the next one back. And I go upstairs to my room.
Okay.
I sort of just slumped to the ground.
Miss I and then I say, Najma, please don't do anything detrimental to that eye. Try to put anything good on it. Let him mess with it a little bit, and then we can come to a consensus what you can do to it. I personally don't want to cause him any more physical harm than what he do. And then I walk up the stairs.
She glares at him and says, "There's nothing I'm able to do to help him with this, anyways."
I know you're a cleric of a goddess. That's the only reason I said it.
She just continues to stare with, just giving him another dirty look. And she asks why he did this to him.
I
Do I have to roll to get can I roll to get an answer out of him?
I know. I'll be forthcoming with the answer. That's fine. You can roll to believe it or not.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now to be truthful. I do not know. I'm not in Asmodeus's head. He decided to give him a gift because I took Varn with me. He happened to be in a shitty mood, so it caused him pain to get this quote unquote gift. But he was given a gift to help find Misai. That's what he got. He probably got it in the worst way possible because he seemed a little pissed off when we came. But this is to help us find our friend. It is what it is. Canon.
Are you asking him this while you guys are walking upstairs?
Yeah, I was gonna say if she stopped to say anything like that, I would stop mid stair walk, finish the conversation, and then when I hear there's no more, I continue walking. But as you guys keep pandering to me, I'll stop, respond, and then keep going. I'm trying to get to my room, but if you talk, I'm not gonna be rude and just for you. I'll stop, respond, and keep going. Kind of ordeal.
No, that was all she had to ask him. She's not going to say anything more.
Kopak, do you have any questions before I go to my room? I'll be indisposed for probably like 2 hours.
No, I'll yell at you when you're done.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna yell at this one now, as I put Varn in a chair.
My bad about the fire. You shouldn't have took it for him. That was just payback, and I held back on it. But you should know that. And then I walk upstairs, and then I
Like I
slam
said,
myself.
we'll discuss it later.
You hear a knock on the door.
I wonder how much he proposed into this.
We hear a knock at the door, at the
Yep.
main door.
Yep.
Before Kopak wanders off, I grab him and I look at him with my real eye closed and just my goat eye. I ask him, "Do you have an eye patch?"
I don't think I do actually. I could probably just make him one on the cloth.
I actually have one in my sack.
We're not talking anymore.
Me and you aren't talking, no, but just for the consensus of this situation.
The knocking keeps happening.
Najma will offer one of the many pieces of cloth she wears on her person as a temporary eye patch.
Okay. You wrap a scarf around your head.
You wear in your person wholly.
Yes.
Sorry, what'd you guys say? Sorry.
Residually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of character, probably not your best bet. At least not hers. Especially if it.
Or anything, I'll share off a piece of that cloth we bought when we first got here.
Okay.
Yeah, that would probably.
Character, I think it's best that the palace doesn't find out about this. They didn't seem too happy about Idru existing and being demonic.
Well, that was because
they also don't know Idru's back yet.
Well, probably that. It's still out of character. 2, that was when I was unwillingly. That was when I was bound to my bed and then unwillingly to him. So he my little ritual should be localized. Granted, they might have felt something, but him doing it out of his own volition, he doesn't like hold back. So he probably littered the entire palace with a bunch of shit that they felt, and then probably was scared, and then probably came to where the source was, which happened to be me in my bed. What we did should be localized in theory. It should be localized. It should have been way smaller because I did it, not him. We went.
So
I
there's
opened
no
the door and we
evidence,
went
but
in.
the entire building shook.
There's no evidence.
Oh yeah, there's no physical evidence unless they can see what you can.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah.
It was an earthquake.
All right. So there's
Anyways,
somebody
I
knocking
answer
at
the
the door.
door.
What are you guys doing? You answer the door.
I get the door after I give Varn an eye patch.
Um, outside is a contingent of guards with Gaspard and youths standing at the door. It was youths who knocked.
I close the door.
As you start to close the door, Gaspard and youths both stop you and say, "There is an issue, multiple issues. We need to talk."
Yes, we're dealing with one.
I know that is one of the issues. This is youths.
All right, I invite him in.
Do I hear this door? Do I hear any part of this conversation?
You
or
are
the
still
door opening?
walking. You are still walking up the stairs, so probably yes.
Ah,
They
I
cannot
just
see you
stop
though.
on the stairs. Yeah, I just stop on the stairs. I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna literally freeze mid step. I'm like in between steps. That's fine. I'm
Perfect.
just gonna stop.
We will get to.
I'll also announce my presence. I'm like, I'm stopped on the stairs. I don't know what the problem is.
We will
You
discuss the
want me to
problem of
move?
this house in a minute. And he turns to the rest of you. I need you to come down. He
Yeah.
turns to look at the rest of you guys. Where were you last night? Can any of you account for the others?
Weren't we getting attacked by the electrical spirit?
No, we
last
went to.
night?
No, we
No, we
went
were
to.
at the
That was
library.
the day we came
Can-
here and went to sleep, but we're missing a party member.
Yeah, can he clarify what time frame last night?
Yeah, that'll
Between
work.
1 and 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, no. At least us
We should have
that
all
were.
been sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walked down, hands up, kind of like what you do with the police. We were
Yes.
all here except for Miss Sae, who is not with us.
We're
Yes,
still
I am
missing
aware.
since yesterday.
I am
That-
aware.
Walk towards police, they'll shoot you.
I am darker skin colored. It's kind of crazy.
Oh no, they'll just shoot you for being there.
Yeah, probably.
All right. So they said we are aware. So nobody can confirm that you stayed in this house then. Very well.
We were under guard, actually.
Were you actually?
Yeah.
I was
No.
did
I was about to say you always have like some kind of guard like coming to the house or near.
Because
the house.
of
They
him.
no, they as your DM, the area that you are in has a separate wall and it is guarded. So that wall you cannot get over the wall, but whatever happens in the houses, they
Like the
because-
housing district is walled. Like our little place where our house is
yes,
walled in
because
with other
it is
houses.
you guys are the only people in this district because this is part of the palace. This is where ambassadors from other countries come to stay. So the agreement is that this is neutral ground. So
Mhm.
it is not guarded. There is no magic detection spells that are allowed in this area for that reason.
Uh-huh.
However, the area, the wall around it that connects to the palace, is
Okay, gotcha.
heavily
gotcha.
guarded. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just trying to figure out like where you were having guards placed and like how this wall was
Okay,
situated.
so
I didn't know if we were
essentially,
house isolated or if there was multiple houses but then walled in together.
Yeah.
That's what I
So
was.
essentially, we're in a hotel and there's a guard at the door, but they can't.
No.
You can't essentially argue that
There
we didn't.
is a street with 6 hotels. Each hotel only has 3 floors. There's a pathway down the middle, which is the only pathway. At either end of the pathway is a gate that is guarded.
Okay, so what happened in this area that they're accusing us of?
We don't know yet. But
You don't know if
if
you will let me
we,
talk.
where's the library in comparison to our house and the palace? Do we have to pass through these quote unquote gates that are
picture.
guarded to get to it?
I did not take a picture. Okay. Let me take a picture really fast, and I will put it on Discord.
It
You
wouldn't
can
matter.
see.
There were guards at the library, the statues that can confirm our presence there. So that's the last time we were seen.
The statues
Oh, yeah,
are the statues are non-sentient. They're something
Well,
servants.
the reason I
Probably
was
also
asking if
people
we had,
in the library.
Yeah.
yeah, but I was also trying to like get it closer to the house in the time frame, because like if we have to pass through those gates that are guarded, whatever guard was on shift at that time, Peanuts go to the house at whatever time.
Yes.
I think it's fair to argue the last time we were seen was around 7 or 8 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Which means we
About
couldn't have gone
8:30 was
much
when the
further.
last maid left. So, okay. So,
Okay, well there you go. The last maid would have seen us in our house at 8:30, and then they would have seen us back here at 5:30 when they came in.
So we are missing from 9 to 5 a.m.
Yeah.
9 p.m. to 5 a.m. we are unaccounted for.
yes. Okay.
And
That is what I needed to know. So, we had.
Okay.
They kind of, Gaspard kind of looks, they and Hughes look at each other. You were not guilty of the last time, so suppose we shall tell you again. There were 5 more palace guards killed last night.
May I ask where?
All over.
Oh,
Mostly
shit.
on the walls. None within the palace itself.
Alright, hold on.
However,
So on your little drawing there, the whole outer little pencil encompassing is a wall, like the palace and the library and all that shit. Is that like where he was? Like, is that where he's speaking of the guards being killed, like on the wall, kind of?
yes,
Okay, I'm just doing this for mental image, so I can
that's fine.
kind of grasp what he's saying.
Oh,
Is there more Fey magic, or a specific magic type that happened near them or to them?
all we
Can
can tell is magic of the type you use.
because of my history with assassinations and infiltrating palaces, roll a check to see if I recognize killing off specific guards in this order or anything?
Yeah, roll a history check.
$17.
17. I'd say list off the people, and their ranks. There doesn't seem to be much rhyme and reason to it. There are some common soldiers. There are a few upper. It just seems that this person was out to kill and made opportunistic attacks.
So they were hunting like a predator.
Mm-hmm.
And did he say a specific magic type? Because if you said the type, that's the part that I didn't catch.
They
He didn't
said
say
that
a type.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, shit.
they said they did not detect any.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
I asked if they could lead me and Edrew to the sites. I look at Edrew and I wink with my good eye.
Right on.
So you're wearing an eye patch that just looks like you're blinking.
We wrapped a bandage around the goat eye.
Okay. So you ask to go out, and they say, we are able to take care of our own affairs. However, there is also demonic energy emanating from this place. And Eves in particular looks at he points to Idra and says, I know you. And then he looks at Var and he says, you, however, why is your eye wrapped?
Me and Edrew got into a fight. His magic might be dripping off of me. You lit
We
me
got
on
into-
fire,
You did
right?
not have magic the last we talked.
I don't have magic.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
I'm a. Said Yves is talking to him.
Yes.
I'm gonna look at Yves, like put up a finger, like hold on a moment. I'm gonna look at Varn, be like, I've tried this before, and when I do this, I snap my fingers and cast Mask Many Faces to look like I always look like in front of Palace royalty. When I did this, he instantly knew. I'm gonna drop it before he rips it off me, but
He
so
doesn't.
he can
He does
probably.
not change. His facial does not change.
Well, I wasn't looking at him, but
Okay.
I held up my hand so you could see the somatic component to it, like snapped,
Yeah.
changed, brought it away,
Yeah.
just as quick.
He
Just
doesn't
so that
react.
way he could see that. I was just doing it so he could see and not try to fuck me up. But so he can probably see that your eye has probably changed a little bit, and that was because of that one night that you guys had me bound, and then just magically you all decided to rush my room. He's one of the ones that suffered a what do you call it? An extreme night terror, and he's been acting a little funny with his eyesight ever since. And I think that's what manifested that.
I
That
talked to him
just
yesterday, and I did not sense this amount of demonic energy.
neither did we, but he still said he couldn't see right. That's the problem.
Roll
And
a
it was
deception check.
wait,
Can I
Varn.
assist with this
I was about to say,
deception check?
I was about to say, is he gonna like
Because we're
act
lying
like?
together.
I was about to say, I'm lying
He
for him. You can say no, I don't care, but like,
he he knows that you are lying, Varn.
oh,
It's
he's
Oh, no,
reading.
no.
it's very
I
obvious to
don't
him.
think I'm magical. I
Oh,
legitimately believe that.
Okay.
no,
You
he's
feel
just lying about not being able to see very well.
yeah.
In the same eye
He
now happens.
he knows that you have magic. He can see
I
that you
just thought
have
it was a
magic.
magic item.
Yeah, we're not trying to deceive that portion. I'm
So
trying to deceive
well,
the
he
way.
doesn't. Let me finish. I understand.
Uh,
So Varn does not get to support, or he does not get to roll because Yves will not believe whatever he says.
gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
That was my point.
Okay, I was about to say
So
either way.
deception versus insight.
Nah. Natural 20 for 26.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a really good liar. I'm just kind of okay at telling the truth, but like, I'm really good. At lying.
No. Okay, he believes you. He
So
he looks
like, for brevity, like I just explained, like ever since that night, he's complained about sight going in and out.
Mm.
It just progressively got worse on the right side until we woke up like packed. So we had to hustle. So that way, I kind of incorporate his story of we had a fight and it's my residual, but it's more so whatever happened that night fucked him up real bad and then progressively made his.
Yeah, so he looks incredulous, but he believes, um, and he's just gonna kind of drop it and turn to look at you, Drew. Or he's still looking at you, and he says, um, "If you and your magic get out of hand, you will be removed from this country." And then he just turns away and walks away.
Okay.
What?
He turns and walks away after he says, "If I can't get a
What? So now they're racist against magic users?
That's
I think the racist against demonic magic users.
probably that one."
Okay, okay, but I asked her if it was giving off any demonic energy, and she said no.
When you touch it, no.
Like how she described it at first when we first woke up, quote unquote, how it was like still kind of residually magically on fire, but not like burning your face off on fire. That part has like faded off because it's like kind of like think of it like water. When you stick your hand in water, your hand's real wet at first, but like it drips off and then eventually
So,
dries. We're at the
so
dry part.
the thing is, your eye is fueled by demonic energy. It was recreated by demonic energy. However, it does not bleed demonic energy because its spell is contained within itself. So if you touch it, it's like there's a membrane between the spell and the actual outside world. So if you touch it, it does not take demonic energy because there's it's self-contained. Whereas Iju's magic, he blasted out like Witch Bolt into the world, and therefore he's covered with residual demonic energy because it is part of his spells. However, if you look at yourself in the mirror, you that eye is going to be extremely bright because it's be bright purple glow because it is demonic magic.
Okay.
Think of it like this. When you first got it and we first woke up, it was Goku in Super Saiyan form with his aura. It was just bleeding out because it just happened.
I don't
Now
need
that you've
the same
had
thing explained to me 3 different times. I get it.
okay, just double checking.
I might be stupid, but I'm not dumb.
Grandpa?
All right. So, it is now about 8:30. Gaspard, after Yusuf left, he says, I don't mind you helping, but I need you guys to keep your magic under control, please. It has deeply upset other people around here, especially considering what just happened. And if you would like to uh, look at the sites, see if you recognize anything, we'd appreciate the help. Uh, I'll leave an extra guard at the gates to the palace if you want to take a look.
Thank you. And if you do not believe me, it's not me that bleeds this shit out. It was literally that one occurrence. If you want to leave one of your little
He's just
mages,
suspicious of everybody. It is his job to be suspicious of everybody.
that's fine. To ease his suspicion, so he stops harping me so bad. If you leave one of your little mages, shit, we'll feed them if you want me to. Normal ass food, I promise. But if you want to leave one of your mages to sit there and look at me, not do anything suspicious during, at least nighttime, because apparently that's when all this shit keeps happening and we keep getting looked at for it. Just
Well,
have one station nearby.
I will post guards on the outside of the house, or perhaps the inside, considering everything, if that is all right with you guys. Um,
Yeah, that's fine. As long as he's not sleeping in the room with me, that's fine. That'd make it
Yeah,
awkward.
just by the door. Night
Yeah,
night
that's fine.
watch. Um,
Fine. I just don't want him to keep sharping me.
I have no doubts towards your character. However,
I appreciate you.
he
He's
has
doing his
a
job to the best of his ability.
he also has his own history with dark magic that he does not like.
That explains a lot.
Yes.
But again, all I did was make a suggestion so he stops harping me so bad, and then he can see that I have nothing to hide, and it's not me purposely doing it. I
Very well.
wish I was that powerful. If I could fucking do that, I wouldn't miss you.
He kind of just raises an eyebrow and smirks a little bit at you. Well,
Br-
I
would
will
you be
send.
here?
I will send 2 guards. They will guard the inside of your house, right by this door. And he points to the. He's still standing in the doorway, just right on either side of the door. He points to those 2 spots. If you need anything else, send word. The situation with the lightning elemental has been taken care of.
Is that
Yes.
portal still open?
No.
DM, out of I'm gonna say out of context. That portal closed.
Yes, that closed. That closed as soon as you passed through it.
Okay, I forgot. So that's what was clear.
You weren't there. That's
I got
why.
sucked. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that was part
That's
of this.
why. That's why you did, so we could continue the game.
Yeah.
But yes, the portal's closed. And he tells you as much. We are still doing research on all of that, but we have it under control. Thank you. Again, if there's anything else, send word. I have my duties to attend to, if you'll excuse me. And he kind of gives you a little nod, and he walked off. The rest of the guards follow him.
Did all the guards leave, or did he leave, or is he only doing night watch? Like, is he honoring the night watch part, or did he leave somebody here in
Night
the house?
watch.
Okay. I shut the door. I look at Varn. I'm like, here, take this actual eye patch. It's been touched by me, so if anything, it'll be a little brighter than you're used to. But it looks less conspicuous than that rag over your face. And let's go check out these locations. More so you, because you can see more than I can.
Well, we got 3 things on our plate now. We got Find Me Saeed, we got Control the Masses, and we got a murder scene to look at.
We're gonna
Multiple.
split the party.
Don't ever tell me that I don't give you choices in game.
But in out of game.
Yes.
I assume we should probably check the murder scene because it might lead something back to Misai because it seems to be a reoccurring theme. And if Lady Witch Spider fucking pulled me somewhere and she's the one doing said things, it might lead us there. It might lead us. And then we can also do crowd control like right after.
I think
So like if
Kopak
anything, probably
and
murder
Nazma should
then
focus on crowd control while we take care of the murder scene.
I think Kopak should not be on crowd control.
I was about to say understandable that you're trying to like divvy up the task. If anything, you need to be in both places. So we might have to just kind of like full party move here to here, because the masses listen to you because they kind of hired kind of ordeal.
Fair, but like at the same time, I'm no state talking to the masses.
Oh yeah, you might not have to do the talking, but at least a figurehead there might put them at ease. Deal.
Also, I do have Detect Magic. Najma, do you have Detect Good and Evil?
Technically, I don't have it prepared at this moment, but I can.
If you
Here's
take
the
an
thing,
hour, I will allow you to reassign your spell slots. You will have to. It'll be like a ritual cast.
Okay, but
Sure.
didn't he
Sure.
already say that he's got people that use detect magic and detect evil? I just want to see if the eye would be
That
more useful than those spells.
yeah, understandable. That's also why I was implying that we go.
You
I can
don't
see
know.
some. I can see some stuff that you can't. You can see a lot more that I can't without me casting magicals. So that's why I say me and you
You know
go
what?
there first, then do damage control, and then see if we find a lead.
Oh yeah,
I think
for the record, both of the drow elves. No, sorry, the one drow elf, uses, or guess what? It's not a drow. But the drow elf, Yves, he he definitely had some glowing internal, demonic source of energy or evil source of energy, but it was very
Drow
faint.
elf still?
Mm-hmm. That's Yves.
Oh, Eves. Okay, got it.
That's
Um,
what Varn could see with his weird eye.
yes.
Yeah.
The other elf, Shadakai, not really. There's some residual stuff around him, but uh, not a lot. There's some residual stuff around the guards, a little bit more than just the ambient demonic energy floating around. Um, but it's mostly concentrated on their boots and their hands.
Hmm.
so. It could be residual from using demonic spells or from touching demonic items.
Well, if they got it on boots and hands, it's probably their equipment.
But
There's a bunch of different type of quote unquote demonic energy based spells, so
I
it might
think
be an enchantment on their gloves and boots.
it's a good idea that we do Idri's plan. The whole party goes to investigate the crime scene, and then because it's already so late, and then tomorrow we'll
It's
go to the
8
masses.
a.m.
I was gonna say it's 8 in
8:30.
the morning.
Shoot,
No,
right? I thought it was daytime for some
no,
reason.
no, no,
You've had
no.
a lot
This
going
all
on
happened.
for a single day.
Yeah, so let's
Or if
go to the
anything, me and
crime
you
scene,
can.
and we'll use all forms of detect magic, detect evil. And we'll see what this eye can do. You know, we'll see if my information that I get from the eye matches up with detect good and evil, or detect magic, or Idru's own basic noticing of demonic power. We'll see how far this eye can go. You know, and we'll do some checks and balances, and then we'll all go to the fucking get together to calm the masses.
Or organize said get together and then do that at a later. But
Nidru,
yes,
do you
I know.
think if I asked Asmodeus to change it from a go eye to just an upside down cross, if he would do it?
No, he will not. And if he did, he would probably make it the most painful and unpleasant experience of your life. If you thought this was painful and unpleasant, that was like a flick. He can probably give you a pretty nasty wound.
What you're saying is, while he does it, I need to say yes, pain daddy.
You're probably going to die if you say that. 90% sure of it. But I mean, if that's what floats your boat, you can't get mad.
Pretty sure if I'm dead, I can't get mad at you.
You can from the other side, you fucking weirdo. You got pissy at this one, and I told you to expect the worst.
Yeah, but the worst was death, not losing my eye and being cursed.
Well, see, exactly. You're still alive, so the technical worst did not happen to you. Now
Dying
did it?
was the least bad option in this, and that's why I'm upset.
Ooh, I can send you back. I can probably make it a one. I'll be your operator, and I'll dollar you all the tussle you
And
want.
you're getting cut up so much.
Uh, better. It's my shit headset. But I can send you back. I can make it a one-way call. You might not come back, and you most likely will not come back, and you may die,
I'm
or you'll be
fairly
enslaved.
sure that since I heard his voice inside my head, I could just talk shit about him out loud and he would kill me.
90% likely, yes. Or just have you groveling in pain for the rest of your existence, or remove your soul and send it to his armies. I mean, There's a plethora of things you could probably do.
I love how I agreed to like help you talk to this guy, and you like 100% sold me out the second we were there.
Oh no! This was the plan from the beginning. You said I could not. I said I would instead. I just told you to shut up, so that way, if it was
That
meant to
was
be a
actually
sacrificial plan, I could
yes.
probably hope.
All I heard was I said, I said, I said.
And then
I,
hold.
I yes, I did warn you.
Yeah.
So we should go look at the crime scene, and then after that, probably get with Philippe and see what we're gonna do about the masses, and see who's the ones wanting to riot.
Perfect. I like it already. And then we can go get food.
You just
Cause
ate
Might be
breakfast.
lunchtime by then.
Hey,
And then we can.
I just had a
Actually, you
very.
didn't eat.
Oh yeah. Is there food still downstairs?
Yeah, you are downstairs.
Chickens.
Well, is there still food in the kitchen?
Yes.
No, I
Amongst
ate
the
it all.
stuff? See that wouldn't surprise me. That's why I asked. There's still.
Yeah, that's
I'm
weird.
just like.
There
All right,
should
so
be
I'm gonna
food still.
grab some pocket bacon, put it in my pocket, and then just shove my face with other, not the more perishable ones that I'm not gonna shove in a pocket.
Um, Byron, I will also like to remind you, you have not eaten.
Am I allowed to eat now that I'm demonic?
Shut up. Yeah. I pick
Yes.
up bread and shove it in his mouth, and and then I light the tip of it on fire with. No, I don't even light it the tip. I do chill touch on it, so like the end of it starts to like necrotically like crumble and fall apart as it his mouth. Like, damn, I guess you're not allowed to eat. Great job. You really pissed him off.
I just use my eye to blast him with demonic energy.
Actually, the funny thing is, you would see me conjure the spell because demonic.
Question: can I use the eye at all offensively?
No, or
You
at
don't
least
know.
not. I would say at least as of right now, no. What she
Alright.
told you you're able to do is a pass. It's fight based.
No, you didn't let me
but-
give you a cool laser eye. Instead, you gotta wear demonic ones.
Hey,
see
we
how
don't
it
know
is.
if it's not a laser eye yet because pure demonic energy should be affected, even though I can see it.
I'm not sure if he gave you Eldritch Blast from your eye, but let's see.
No,
That
no,
would
not
be
like that. I'm thinking
that would
like
be funny. I would be a little jelly. Laser Eldritch Blast. Tune, tune. Just look.
Basically, Kano from Mortal Kombat.
I'm assuming demonic energy can't hide eye, so there's no way of covering it up
No,
if you use
probably
magic.
not. No, because he looked at you and saw it. So granted, he probably sees me as a bright, probably saw the bright face.
Yeah.
So
And then
my
he would
assumption
probably
be-
see if you used magic to cover it. He'd probably see that there's magic in it, and then assume that it's covering something else.
I would guess that since I can see through magic demonic energy, if you're covering it up, I could dispel that because I can see past it.
You cannot.
Aw.
Well, he
So it's
doesn't
not-
know that yet.
It's not a discovery distillation.
As you try, you cannot.
God damn it! I wanted it to actually become detrimental. Him try it in a stupid way.
Oh boy.
uh,
I try
Anyway,
kill
to the
Idris
crime
my
scene.
eye.
As I usher people out the door, we're going to a
Yes,
crime
let's get our
scene.
equipment and leave. We have a lot to do today.
I lift my cloak and let my dragon get under my cloak.
Tonight, I'm gonna have to have a talk with you two at least.
You're not talking to me, Kopak. I did something stupid and I suffered enough already for it.
You don't need to hurt his feelings, too.
I have to be Big Daddy and I have to scold you children.
Only
If you sit in the
scolding, I
corner.
literally got my eye burned out of my head.
Hey, Kopak, I'll take you next time. How about that? You seem jealous.
Hey,
No.
maybe you'll get your arm back.
Yeah, maybe you'll get a cool demonic arm instead of weird machination that
Oh, right, my
malfunctions.
tail. Do I have a tail now?
Yeah.
No.
Please.
You should have asked him while you were there.
I didn't want to be rude and make demands.
Well, you could have
That would
asked
have really
instead of
killed you.
demanded. Yeah, I was say you would have really killed you. You demand something?
Mm.
You would have probably came back half the person you were today. And that's saying a lot.
You would have got a brain in that tail.
He would have just came back as a tail.
Yeah.
I came back
He
as
would have been my
Pikachu's
tail. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All
I've been
right.
slamming my tail in every door.
All right. Now
I
that
around your leg, trip
what are you doing?
We're
to
going
the
to
crime.
talk to the guard to go to the crime scene.
Okay. You go talk to the guard. Uh
We
he's waiting
ate
at the
first.
gates. It's a human. He's waiting at the gate for you. Yes, come with me, please. And he leads you over to off the path, through the gate, off the path, behind the barracks. This is the outer palace wall. And he says, "We found two here. We cleaned up, however," uh, and he kind of points. There's bloodstains everywhere. Like
Like, does it look like they
full.
were like smashed or like slashed open and there's like blood splatter, or does it look like they were squashed?
There is
Blood went everywhere.
no sign left of the bodies. The bodies, he said, were cleared away. And you
Mhm.
can see that they're tramping of boots around the grass. But the blood is literally soaking the ground, and it is. Roll a medicine check or an investigation check, all of you, if you want to figure out what's happening.
I will do
And
investigation because that's better for me.
big same. I rolled 17.
Okay, investigation 17. Kopak, Var, and Najma.
They're rolling those. Could I try? I don't know how obvious it is to try and see like what they were like killed by or like what ended up
So
killing them.
I gave
24.
you. Okay.
Can I roll, like,
I
medicine?
gave you. Yeah, I gave you the option to roll investigation or medicine.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I didn't hear.
You're fine.
Ooh. Yeah, medicine. Ooh, 18 plus 4.
Okay, and Varn. You get a. You get a advantage on investigation.
Okay. Uh, 11.
With advantage?
Oh,
Yeah, you have advantage.
15.
15. Investigation with your modifiers? Okay.
I don't know my modifiers. I don't have my paper on me.
Okay.
I lost it.
It depends. What's his intelligence modifier?
Investigation.
I think that was his negative.
Yeah, you
Oh.
have a -1.
Yeah. His negative, I think, was intelligence. That's why he plays stupid.
Okay. So, um, I'll start with the lowest numbers and then go up. Varin, all you can see is bright purple demonic energy. It's
Everywhere.
everywhere. It's concentrated. Where clearly two people died. And it's and if you look up, there is sort of a residual trail going up the wall, and a massive sort of to your there's sort of like a massive sort of cloud above the wall that is extremely bright and it nearly blinds you. Um,
I whispered to Varn, if you see anything demonic, like a lot, not just like
As Idru
splashed
looks at
everywhere.
me, he sees me
wait,
foaming at the mouth and passing out.
okay, give me a second. So that's what Varden sees. Najma, you got a 20 something on your medicine. Idru, you
22.
got, there you go. Idru got a 17 on your investigation. Um, you and Kopak both see this is just blood. There is no little bits of flesh. Um, there are a couple of scorch marks against the wall, and on a couple of
I get that with the
blades.
24.
Give me a second. I'm
Okay.
doing Idris first. I'm going from the bottom up. So this
Oh,
is
okay.
what you guys
That was
see,
me.
and then I will go into more detail for what you see, Kopak. There's a couple of scorch marks against the wall. Looks like magic was being fired. Um, there's a couple of scorched or crispy blades of grass. Um, but there's you can see sort of the blood stains where the bodies were. Like they're it's deeper than the rest. There's kind of like the outline of the body, but there is at least a 2 meter radius that is soaked. The ground is soaked in blood. Um,
So it kind of looks like the body had been emptied of blood and it's just everywhere, like that amount of
yes.
more than like what
Um,
slashing and shit would do.
yes. So, Kopak, you specifically see these people look like the way that they laid and the amount of blood that was used. You can take a guess that this was some sort of ritual or something along the lines of that. Um, you can also tell this was 2 guards, one male, one female. Um, what else can you see? What else did you want to know from this specifically? Because just wonderful. Kopak, Kopak.
So how many bodies are in this area?
There, the bodies themselves are gone. There are 2 imprints
Okay.
of bodies. There are 2 guards that died here.
Okay.
Anything
And you
else?
said it looks like a ritual or some kind of ritual?
Um, there is a chance it could be some sort of ritual, or it could be some sort of yeah, something like that.
I'll ask this. Does it look like it was more of a feral attack or a planned attack?
Definitely planned. Um, it you do see the again the scorch marks on the side of the wall and the grass. You can reasonably assume that there were some magic attacks fired, but these bodies were not found till the morning. So even if and it's right behind the barracks where they sleep, the guards sleep, and right next to the wall. So the fact that nobody heard them is extremely disconcerting. Um, the person who did this would have been highly skilled. Um, and would how do I say this? Yeah, would need to be quick and quiet, basically. Um, Najma, with your high medicine check, you see this looks like the full amount of blood for a um, humanoid adult. This looks like all 4 liters. Um, and there, it's not both you and Kopeck notice it's not arrayed in any such array. It's not in any sort of pattern. The blood splatter isn't. Um, the bodies were laid, um, circled facing each other, um, sort of like a yin yang, but making a circle that's open in the middle. Um, and there are some, you can see it was cut from an artery because there are some clumps of blood um, rather than just trickles.
Hmm.
I would like to relay my observations to the others.
Same.
Okay.
And I'd also like to ask Idru, this spider lady that you met, does it seem like
Mm-hmm.
she'd be interested in a lot of blood?
Quite possibly.
So it seems like there's the equivalent of one person here. But I'm wondering where the rest could be. If there was two victims in this certain spot.
So Najma will tell you that there's enough blood for two people. I think I misspoke that. Sorry, my bad. Uh,
You're good.
there's 4
Okay.
liters of blood, so 8 total.
Okay.
Like the ground is literally soaked, and if you step into the patch where it is, uh, you will have blood soaking your shoes.
So it's like they drained the body of blood fully.
Mm-hmm.
Very ritualistic indeed. You said there's what, one guard with us?
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up to Kopak.
He's not looking at you guys. He's very pale faced and is looking at the back wall of the barracks. He's already seen this. He doesn't want to see it again.
Yeah. I'm still gonna walk up to Kopak, pull his ear, so I pull his head down to me and whisper in his ear. Like, just gently. I'm not trying to rip his ear off. Pull him
My
down.
good ear or
shake
my
him.
bad ear?
Your good eared
Okay.
bull weevil. This looks like probably a ritual, and from what I gleaned from Asmodeus and the short time frame that I spent with her, it might be like someone that she chose to infiltrate and cause them problems. I think this palace and all of their hierarchy is deeply rooted with her. I don't know in a good way or a maybe somebody in the palace pissed her off, and this is her way of getting back at him, and it might feud or whatnot. That's just what I'm picking up from what you guys have said and what I've seen. I
You
need
said
to
there are
see.
scorch marks, right?
They're what?
You said there were
That they're
scorch marks.
There's a couple small ones against the wall, and with your very, very high check, Kopak, you see that there are several blades of grass that have been touched by something that will turn them to ash.
You don't think she might have turned Misai into a patron, would you? 'Cause there are a few scorch marks I see around here.
I was really hoping for not, but I was probably gleaning on that. You know, she might be her chosen champion as of now. I cannot ascertain one way or the other, but it does seem plausible.
I'm just wondering if Misai is choosing to do this or she's being forced to. If it even is Misai.
If it is, I don't think it's forced because there's not a lot. She probably would have incinerated, being fired Genasi and all.
This is true. And she has been in the palace before, at least for a little bit. So she would maybe pick up on the guard's order.
That part I doubt. That might be more information that was gathered. Just, I don't know. More investigating and research is required.
It could also be that the spider lady gave her this information to help her
That-
out.
Go
That's
back, roll a
also-
history check for me.
History.
Uh-huh.
Historia.
You two, either if you want, or you can give him advantage.
Give him advantage, because
Okay.
his intelligence is higher than mine.
What?
Said his intelligence is higher than mine, so
Yep.
I give him advantage.
With advantage, it is a 21.
All right. You remember that when the murders of the guards happened before, all of you guys, including Misai, were clear of suspicion, as nobody could have gone in or out of their room at the time.
Oh yeah, it's also true. It was when the first attack happened.
Yeah. So probably, well, what does he remember if there was any scorch marks that happened during the first attack as well?
First attack.
Topak
area.
would not know. You guys did not get the details of that.
Okay. If there were, then
And we don't know where it was either.
that too. I'm gonna assume not, but I mean it's plausible. It's a normal plausibility. And then I'll let his ear go so he can. Being tall Luxodon, fuck he is.
I'm back. I don't have a robot back yet. That's later.
And
Yeah, maybe.
I look at Varn and be like, Varn, what did you?
Oh, you're breaking up.
I ask Varn, what did he see?
What do you see with your magic eyes? Ruby.
I kick Varn in the nads.
His back.
All of your guys' voices are breaking up.
Discord's having a fucking aneurysm.
Okay. Ruby! I know he said he had to go to the bathroom.
I didn't hear that. That might be where he's at.
Well, that was at least 5 minutes ago.
No, he fell in the toilet.
Do we want to
He needs
take
life
a
alert.
quick 5-minute break? Oh, there it is.
Up.
What happened? What?
I saw his mic thing.
It might be. I was about to say it might be background noise if you didn't mute.
Yep.
Nope.
I hear
I
him.
hear groaning. I hear
Sorry.
groaning.
That's okay.
Dozed off.
That's okay.
I
What did
asked,
you
what
see?
did you see?
15.
Were you there for her explanation of what you saw?
Yeah, sort of. It was really bright.
Yeah,
Lots of
so
purple.
the area around the blood covered in demonic energy. There's traces of it down the wall. And there's a massive cloud of it above the wall.
How tall is the wall?
40 feet?
Hey, Kopax,
Lot
throw
of
me way as high up as you can get. Can we safely
You want me to
assume?
throw you?
Yep,
Just
throw
use
me
your
straight up.
drag-
I could, but I want to get up there in person. But throw me straight up as far as you can.
By the way, the area behind the barracks and the wall is only about 25 feet.
Yeah, throw me straight up.
I guess I throw Idru.
Okay, roll me a strength check, and each you roll me an acrobatics to see if you land, or if you go tumbling off the other side.
I just need to know how high he can get me. I'm gonna use
Mhm.
a spell afterwards. I'm gonna use Misty Step afterwards. Just Misty
Okay.
Step is as far as I need to go.
Okay.
You think I'm very strong, but really I'm just a big nerd.
What'd you get?
That is a 4.
You try to lift Idru up. You hold him for a second in like the baby pose with like Simba, like with his arms dangling, the rest of his body limp, like under his armpits, and then you just kind of drop him.
Come on,
Yeah.
wait. How tall is Kopak?
7'5" or 7'6". I don't remember. I wrote it
All
down
right.
somewhere.
I'm gonna stand on his shoulders,
6, I
jump
think.
straight up, and then Misty step to the top of the, because that'll be high.
Roll
Yeah,
me
it
a
was
d6.
7'6".
Roll me a d6 to see how high you jump.
6.
Okay, you jump 6 feet up.
All right, so that's 13 feet, and you said the wall's like 35,
40.
40. Yeah, so I make it with 3 feet to spare, so I can Misty step from the top of my jump to the top of the.
Cool. You are at the top of the wall. There are a couple guards who are very surprised to see you there, but they kind of recognize you and go, what are you doing?
We're investigating the little murder scene down there, but I was told there's some voodoo-y looking stuff up here. There's some demonic magic looking
Voodoo.
stuff, so I came up here to look.
Ah, okay.
Bad juju's.
I see. Very well.
And I point down to where the other guard is. My chaperone's down there.
Yes, I see him. Very well. Let us know if you need help.
I will do so. And then I yelled down to Varn, like, yo, where exactly is this cloud you speak of?
Varn, the cloud is above Idru.
Up.
Like, above where I stand? Damn. About how yay high? A rough guesstimate?
Varn, you can't tell. You can just tell him bogus numbers, but his character would know better.
So I'm gonna look at the guards and like, I have a pet that I'm going to let fly. Is that okay? Not shoot him down. He will not attack, I promise.
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
So I lift my cloak.
They're
and I
not
pull
looking
out.
at you anymore. They're doing their duty, patrolling.
Okay. I pull out my pseudo dragon and I say, "Hey, fly up about 10 or so feet, and let me know how it goes." And then I have him fly straight up like 10 feet.
What is he looking for?
I just
Specifically.
if something happens to him when he maybe finds this cloud, because he's also Fey, so he's also
Is he
not from here.
sensitive? Is he sensitive to other energies? Does he have a spell? Can he
I
can he
think
sense these energies?
he can sense magic. I'm gonna pull him up real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if he has a spell for it to make it even easier. He has magical resistance, so if he flies into it and something, no, at that. That's what I'm trying to say. Is see if
Okay.
he can, like, maybe pass through a veil of some sort that interferes with him, so I can understand like where this cloud of evil shit is at.
Roll
I'm
a
trying to
perception check for me for him.
For him, is it based on sight, hearing, or smell?
No.
He has advantage on it. Okay.
This is, as you said, the juju feels.
Uh,
Which is funny because I know somebody named that.
Juju. 14 plus 15.
What?
15.
15. He gets to about 20 feet up. Slows down a little bit. He kind of looks confused. You can tell he looks confused. And he mentally sends you sort of the emotional response of slightly uncomfortable, and then he keeps flying up. It only lasts for about 5 feet, and then he goes up the rest of the 100 feet, and it's fine.
Okay, I have him fly back down to me. You said so from above my head, it's 15.
It's 20 feet.
for like 5. It's
Oh,
20 feet
you're.
above me for 5 feet.
It is 15 feet above you because you're. Yeah.
Okay, so from the top of the wall, it's 15 feet above my head, like 5 feet of uncomfortableness.
Yes. So from the
Basically.
top of the wall, it is 20 feet because at your head height, it is 15 feet.
Gotcha. Okie dokie. So I have him fly back down.
Okay. He
Give,
flies
I'm
back
giving quick
down.
pictures.
He tries to avoid that little patch. So unless you specifically tell him to go
No,
through it,
I just want him to come back.
okay. He goes about 3 I'm gonna say meters. He goes about 1 meter to the side, goes down and flies back to you.
Huh. Okay. Hey, Kopak, you're really good at looking at shit. Watch what my dragon, and then try to take a mental note of this. So now I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna tell him to fly up and fly the perimeter around vertically,
Okay.
and then
He does that. It is about 15 feet long, uh, somewhere between 5 and 10 feet wide, and about 5 feet deep.
Kopak, you got that?
And the 15 foot is vertical to the wall.
Gotcha.
Got it. Yeah,
Alright,
that should do it.
You can come back.
I sketched this down in one of my books.
I grab him, I give him little head scritches, and then let him crawl back into my cloak. And then I jump down from the wall.
Kopak, what's your intelligence?
The modifier or the whole thing?
The whole thing, the big number.
The whole number? 16.
Okay. This seems to be similar size to what you saw yesterday.
To a what?
To what you saw yesterday.
Oh, to the portal?
Mm-hmm.
You relay said information.
Yes.
Deidre, how are you getting down from the top of the wall?
I jump about 15 feet of a fall down. I misty step to the ground. Only good use of misty step when not in combat is to alleviate me falling. It's super jump time.
Fall, but I don't know if we'll be flying a lot.
All right. Kids are back on the ground. The guard
Back on the ground,
says,
relay the information, and then I have the guard look at his little sketch and tell him to inform Yves that there's like a pocket that you can't really see, but seems to be a pocket of some sort. Like.
And then I tell the guard that this might be the remains of like that portal that opened at the power plant.
the guard says, oh, all right, I will. Did you want did you want to see the other places?
Yes.
Okay. And
How
he
many
leaves.
of there total?
What?
How many of there were total?
5.
Okay. Oh my god, it's gonna make a pentagram.
Oh shit. I didn't even think of that. That's horrifying. But for brevity's sake, if there's anything like that at the other sites, I'm gonna have my pseudo dragon do the same ordeal every time.
Okay.
So we don't have to roleplay at all.
Okay. The next one is he leads you to is he takes you, he goes around the barracks and he leads you onto the main path. And he leads you up to the palace, and he says, as he's walking, he says, this one was the most disturbing. And he shows you a place where it's literally the front doors of the palace. There is a massive blood spot on the pavement. Um,
Similar to the other one that we just looked at.
um,
Like massive amount of blood just splattered everywhere.
um, there's not as much, but the last one was also 2 people. This one was only one. You would need to roll a medicine check to see if it was the entirety of it, like last time, or not. And the guard tells you this one, this one had her fingers cut off.
Fingers?
Yes, yes. The
Oh.
other two were drained. I'm sorry, they were good friends of mine. They were drained of blood. And I suppose you could say filleted. Um, but this one was gutted from the stomach to the heart, ribs broken, and the fingers taken off. And we believe the broken parts of the ribs were taken as well. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything yet. That's for the doctors.
Understandable. So I'm also show him my pseudo dragon and be like, please do not shoot it down, and then do the
And
ordeal. Have
yes, I saw it earlier.
okay. And then I'm gonna ask Varn, does he see any cloud of brightness?
Ryan, roll a perception check with advantage. Are you awake, Ruby? Did you fall asleep?
No.
Okay.
Are you awake, Ruby?
19.
No.
He said yes.
I understand that. I'm just saying. Are you awake? No. He said 19.
19.
Um, just a second. You got a 19 perception. Um, you see that there's a clear sort of trail. Clearly, the person, whoever this was, uh, had demonic energy, moved this way. Um, and there's some sort of residual sort of floating around in this area, but there's nothing like the cloud you saw over the wall.
Okay, so maybe originated in the first spot,
Well,
made its way
whether or not
this
he
way.
decides to tell you that is a different matter.
Yes.
Remember, only Vara knows this.
Varn, do you relay this information?
Ruby,
Yo.
do you relay that information I just gave you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then my further assumption to the group that I relay is probably originated, walked this way, and then probably need to see the last locations.
If it started from the first location, we'll have to see what path they took to get to the other 4. See what order this might have taken place in.
Okay.
Duly noted.
If Varn is willing to lead you,
Yes.
or the guard, the next place you go to is the pond, or the fountain in the middle of the garden.
The same garden we cleared up, or was we in a greenhouse?
That was the greenhouse. This is the outdoor garden.
Okay.
Got it.
Then I look to the garden and say, "Is there anything you can say about this one? What the body was like?"
Well, you
I know
guys see it.
Oh.
You guys see it as you come up. The water in the fountain is. There are workers and mages nearby. The fountain water is running a reddish pink. And there are people who are trying to purify the water. There are people who are moving the water, like the dirty water, sort of out and bringing buckets of clean water in. The guard kind of looks who's, yes, he was drowned, and his throat was slit open. He was the first one, no, the second one we found.
Varan, is there any poofs?
Oofs.
I'll just keep for simplicity's sake. No, same as, I mean, there's the lingering demonic energy that is a little bit brighter in this area, but not a lot.
Ugh.
Okie dokie. And you said there's one more? Or was this the last one?
There's two more.
5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one more.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
There are
let's say
5
there's two
people
in the
who were
first
murdered.
location. Yeah, there's two in the
Okay.
first location, and then we went to the front of the palace, the fountain, for 4.
Mm-hmm. He leads you back towards the way you came. And kind of leads you in between the library and the wall of where you guys stay. And as you guys kind of squeeze back there, at most there's only like a 10-foot gap. And right beyond that, as it starts to widen back out, because the library is weirdly shaped, as it starts to sort of open back out, you see this one was what did I say? This one was pinned to the wall. Once again, there seem to be scorch marks on both the library and the wall behind you. Seems to be misfires of magic. But this person seems to be, there's an outline of a body against the wall.
Is there like something that pierced it to the wall, like impaled it and pinned it to the wall, or does it kind of look like it was blasted up against? That's where the outline comes from.
It is you can, I'll just give this one to you. You can tell that it was soaked in, the body was soaked, the blood soaked into the wood paneling of the library.
Okay.
And that body stayed there for a long time. You roll an investigation, everybody, if you want to see what's going on.
16.
16 or 15?
16.
Okay. Management of Copac or Copac Envoy.
23.
23. Najma?
Sorry, you cut out. What was it we were needing to roll for?
Investigation or perception. Or you could roll medicine since you have proficiency in medicine.
Sure, yeah, I'll roll for medicine again. I rolled a 5. No good.
Okay.
5 plus 4, no good.
Like +4?
Yes, but I do have a +4, yes, but I rolled a 5.
That's still only 9.
Yeah. 9 isn't terrible. 5 would have been just real shit.
Ruby, did you want to roll anything?
Here's the dice.
Okay. All right. Well, Najma, this person is dead. There's definitely a lot of blood. It's very dark compared to the other one, and I don't know why. Idru,
Mhm.
again, there's a lot of blood. This one is more clumpy. It is mostly in the shape of a person. It like the deepest drippings of it seem to be shape of a person. But there's blood spatter kind of everywhere.
Mhm.
And there, it seems that their legs, like it's not perfect imprints, but like it stops kind of below where their knees would be. But you can tell that this person either had unnaturally long shins, or they were off the ground.
Ooh.
And Kopak, you see through all of your burn marks and all of the clumpy blood and everything. This person was, you don't know how they did it, but basically they used some sort of spell that made the person sort of all of their insides explode. And while it mostly stayed inside, it definitely did not only stay inside.
So they exploded their insides, but they stayed inside, and then they just leaked out later on.
So, how do I put this? They exploded their insides. So their insides are like mush, right?
Mhm.
And in the explosion, it turned to mush, and then it went out of the body. So that's what the clumpy parts come from. This is the first kill that you've seen where it's what do you say, clumpy. All the other ones have just been pure blood. This one actually has bits of organs and things. So as you look closer, you see that there is some skin still attached to the wall with clumpy bits of dried blood and organ and other things. And there's blood splatters as you kind of take a step back and look. It kind of extends up to about in a 10-foot radius all the way around the body. It mostly exploded at the back. You do see
Like
that
they slammed into the wall, and then everything splatted.
Yeah, you do see that there is a very sort of, you got a what, 24?
23.
23. Okay. You see, looking down, because there's this 10-foot radius of splatters, you look down on the ground, there's a patch of blood that looks wrong. You bend down to take a look at it, and you realize that this is where the person was standing. The blood exploded on them, and then they tried to cover it up so their outline was not profiled by the lack of blood. And they try to cover it up with other bits of grass and clumpy blood.
I let the others know about this and tell them be careful around this area. You might have an outline.
I will also tell you that there is, you can see that there is an attempt to cover it up, but there's also parts where it seems like the rest of what was remaining of the body was thrown at this place. So it is also covered in, again, the soaking blood of the outline of like a body that had laid there for a very long time. But with a 23, you can see that there are two outlines. You can't really define them as such, but they're definitely there.
Well, at least we'll have a general shape of what we're looking for, even if it's not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I let the others know, and I'll tell the guard too to let Yves know.
Okay.
To also watch out for this area if he wants to come down and take a look.
Okay. The guard kind of goes, "Oh, I should go get him. Will you stay here? You'll stay here?
Yes.
Okay."
Yes.
Yeah.
And he runs off. You also have noticed on your traversing, there's no one on the palace grounds today. Usually there's a couple of people here and there, but not today. In a few short minutes, Yves teleports next to you, scares the crap out of you guys, and says, "He said you had something to show me."
We found an outline of the perpetrator. Not perfect. They seem to try to have covered it up. At least we'll have a general size of the person that we'll be looking for.
Good eyes. And he goes to where you point to him, and you hear them before you see them, but a bunch of guards come running, led by the guard that was with you guys, and there's Gaspard kind of running in the back trying to catch up. And they all sort of stand around the scene, and a lot of them like start to pull out papers and pads and quills and pens and things to charcoal to like take notes and to draw out whatever needs to be drawn. And they're basically the apprentice crew. Gaspard kind of turns to you guys, claps you on the shoulder, Kopak and Vard. He starts to do for you, Idru, and he just kind of, no. And he says, thank you. I appreciate it. We'll take it from here. Thank you for your insight.
No worries. If you have any leads, let us know.
Yes, of
maybe
course.
follow them up while we're out.
Of course. We'll do. May Adriana guide us all. Hmm? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then he turns and steps to the shop. So, what now?
If that's all with the bodies, I think we were going to go see Philippe afterwards to talk about the riots that might ensue.
Okay. Philippe has been staying at the palace. For the most part. And you would know this, you've seen him around.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't go that far.
So, you guys go
Yeah, we're
up
not
to the...
search in town at least.
Yeah, you guys go up to the front door of the palace. And you noticed this before, but the guards will not let you in the front door. There are guards there because it is a crime scene because there is a person literally found on their doorstep. So, yeah, you're not going in the front door. They direct you to a side door by the kitchens, and you go in that way. Um, as you go through the kitchens, there are some people who kind of look at you weirdly, but there's a lot of people passing through here today because it's a closest side door to the entrance that is not the queen's private door. So, where are you going in the palace?
Where were they? Were they talking with people? Will they be like in the council area where we had that meeting?
The throne room.
Oh shit! Maybe not there then.
You start to go towards where you think the throne room is.
Don't you need to get some sleep?
Oh yeah. Do you guys want to? Do you guys want to call this? And we can pick this up next session because it's already
Yeah, that would
3.
probably be. Yeah, that'd probably be best to save that for next session.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
I am okay with this as well.
Okay. All right. That's
Yeah,
we're gonna end
Josh
it
would
then.
probably like to get some sleep.
Yeah, and so would Ruby. Cool. So you guys are in the palace, in the kitchens, looking for Philippe, and I'll pick up there next time. 2 weeks from now, right?
Yep, sounds good.
Cool.
Yep.
That is my last Sunday before school starts. So